Yo, we are live. We are live. Welcome to another episode of the No Key Podcast, your favorite after church podcast. I'm your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul.
It's Jay every day.
What's good, man? What's good, fellas? How was y'all last week?
Oh, go ahead, Jerry.
Oh yeah, brother, and I'm trying to get this water down so I can talk properly.
I don't think you can talk properly. Mine was good, man. Mine was cool. I ain't got no complaints, man. I went to go see my brother in Atlanta. We checked out Atlanta versus Miami game. Shit all love, man. It was
Who
all
won
love.
that?
Miami put belt ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. Miami put belt ass, and my brother was going crazy in front of all them Atlanta fans. My brother was acting a straight ass. You hear me? They should have never let that boy in the door and let his Miami Dolphins win. That boy was up there acting an ass, and we were surrounded by nothing but Atlanta fans. But my brother got some good. We had some great seats. I know, as y'all saw, and I was telling y'all about. We had some great seats, man. It was a great time. I got to see my brother for the first time in a minute, and I was just as I was going down there and coming back and stuff, I was thinking to myself, I got to get back on these planes again because I kind of took like a backwards toe. I ain't gonna say backwards toe, but I kind of laxed on a lot of my flights and stuff like that. So now I got to get back out here and start back flying to some of these cities. I done took like a couple years off or whatever. I'm gonna start back, get like Jay every day, man. Gotta take at least 2-3 flights a year. I don't get
How'd you like Atlanta?
I didn't get to see Atlanta like I wanted to see because I was spending too much time in the birds with my brother. But Atlanta, from what I saw, the little bit that I saw, is dope. But the only thing I will say is everything you want to go to is spread out. Everything is 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 40 minutes here, 40 minutes there. Damn near just take you all your time of driving, and you'll put a lot of miles on the car. Because I had a rental, and I wasn't nothing but with my brother. I think I damn near put about about 500 miles on a rental in 2 days.
Oh wow!
Just going back and forth and doing all this and all that other stuff. It's just stuff is spread out, and it's a lot of land too. A lot of beautiful land in Atlanta, Georgia, and the surrounding areas in Georgia. Because you know, the airport in College Park. My brother stayed in Conyers, I think it was called. That's way 45 minutes. What was that? Was that east? No, what is east? You say 40 miles east of Atlanta. Like southeast to be exact, because it was kind of going down. So it's like southeast. But overall, man, it was good. It was like Atlanta, I ain't gonna lie to you, Atlanta dope. And I get why a lot of people want to move to Atlanta and all that, but hey, man, I'm from Chicago. I love coming back to the crib. I don't know about nobody else or how everybody else feel about Chicago, but I love Chicago. I'm coming back to the crib. Give me 3-4 days, and I'm coming back to the crib. I gotta get back on the soil. You know, I gotta get back to the land.
Have you ever heard of somebody? Could your pride from being from Chicago? Just
no. Don't get it twisted. I am from Florida City Homestead too. I'm from both. Yeah. I claim both. No, don't get it twisted. I was born in Dade, but I stay and I reside in Chicago. Chicago is the crib, and Florida is the crib too as well. So go ahead and finish. I just want to get that out there, so I don't want nobody coming at my head. And bless you.
Thank you. I was saying with you having pride from growing up in Chicago.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard, and Jay, every day you can chime in on this too. Have you ever heard of somebody saying that they're embarrassed to be from Chicago?
No, I ain't never heard that.
No,
I ain't never heard that.
I never heard it either, but it's just a question because in Chicago as of late is like a target for debauchery and all of the nonsense and crime and all that stuff.
But that's not the truth though. That's not the truth because people don't live here and they study having something to say when you don't live here. Okay. I go to work in the city because we work at the airport, me and Jay every day. So that's considered the city, right? But if you want to ask somebody is what's really going on in the city and what's going on, Jay every day drive back and forth from work to his crib and everything. He drive through the heart of the city. If there's some shit going on or some shit happening, 9 times out of 10, Jay every day know about it. If Jay every day ain't got on no text talking about this shit crazy and shit going on, bro, that's just people looking from outside in talking about what's going on. Shit don't even be going on like that. Now, is it some bad shit that happened? Of course. Ain't no city perfect. Ain't no city ain't got nothing going on and ain't no bad shit. Yeah. But for overall, how they try to paint the city and how they try to paint Chicago, no, it's not like that. That's just my opinion.
JVD, what you got on it?
I agree. I mean, even with the whole ice raids and stuff like that, I mean, I got like one of those doorbell ring camera things. So uh, the neighbors kind of alert you, 2 3 miles out what's happening or whatever. But when I talk about seeing the ice, the ice raids and stuff like that, I don't really see those guys. I don't see any federal agents or whatever. I didn't see the National Guard when wasn't the National Guard supposed to be here? What they talking about being here?
As far as I know, the National Guard. That's a question I have because obviously ICE is here, but the
Yeah.
National Guard and all other parties, it was. I've only heard of rumors. I haven't heard anybody say that the National Guard is
Yeah.
here.
So it's not to say ICE isn't out here, but I ain't seen them. You know what I mean? And I stay out south. I be out west. I mean, I haven't seen them. I'm curious to how many it really is of them. I don't know. Like, is it like 10, 15 dudes? Because I mean, the way they talk, like they all throughout the city and shit, and maybe they go, to one particular location at a time or something. But I really don't see. And when it comes to really crime, I mean, for me, I'm kind of older. I stay out the way. I'm not in the mix like that. I hang out where I hang out at. I'm kicking it with the kids or something like that, or going to work. So, um, I hang out in adult, crowds or whatever. I don't like hood shit. So that's it.
Adult establishments.
Yeah.
So this with JVD, I just googled this right now as JVD was talking. I just typed in how many National Guard troops are in Chicago. It says there are approximately 500 National Guard members in the Chicago area, consisting of 300 from the Illinois National Guard and 200 from the Texas National Guard. They have been deployed to protect federal facilities such as those used by U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, and law enforcement personnel. So, just according to this, there's 500 in Chicago right now.
So,
well, I don't know where they're kicking it at. It's clearly, I guess, it's at government buildings or some shit because they're not out and about.
so technically, from what you just read and what I just got from what you read, is it's a prop. It's some shit that just the propaganda just to put on the news to say that they out here doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like from just what you read. Now I can be wrong. I can't speak for y'all. I'm just talking about from what I got from what you just read. It's like it's a prop. It's like they just doing this shit. Like it's like they just saying this shit just to be saying it, kind of.
So I will say, and I wanted to get footage of it, but it just didn't work out. There I did see. I was driving through 25th and Cermak.
25th. 25th.
Roosevelt?
Yeah, 25th and Cermak.
Oh, so you talking about from the 290 to Cermak? That what you talking about?
Yeah. That
You're talking about what? That's where ICE is. They got the
right
detention. It's off of 25th and Roosevelt, right off the expressway.
Yeah,
fuck is that
I know
street?
exactly what you're talking about too. Yeah,
I think it might be Harvard and 25th.
Yeah, so I mean, just off of that, I didn't get the footage. I didn't, what a lot of people are doing actually are in the protests amongst the people and all that stuff, seeing all the ICE agents. I didn't get that, although I intended to. It just didn't work out. But I don't know. I don't. There's a whole lot of questions that I don't know the answer to. Like, what do they wear? Do they wear like ICE wears ICE gear, right? Like the literally. That what they wear says ICE, if I'm not mistaken.
And they wear
National Guard.
Yeah, they wear blue
those that say National Guard. I'm sounding. It's like a smart dumb question right now.
No, National Guard will have on army fatigue though. They'll be in camouflage. National Guard will be in camouflage, brother.
Okay. I mean, I literally like I'm a blank canvas. I don't know. So this OG, what's good, OG? He's talking to you, Jay, every day. He said, "What happened to Jay every day? You get put out. You outside of every podcast."
I'm in the house. I got a brick wall in my house.
DHPX was good, my guy.
A brick wall. See the window out there. I got brick walls in the crib. I'm exclusive. But anyway, you know, I'll tell you about how my week went. So I was on vacation and day one of vacation, my daughter and I, my oldest daughter and I, we went to the Museum of Modern Arts downtown, basically. Well, it's not downtown, it's off Chicago Avenue. But we kicked it up there like after she got out of school. That was on a Tuesday. Um, Kicked it up there for about 2 hours. The headliner was what's her name? Yoko Uno. Yeah, Yoko Uno. She was, I guess she was married to John Lennon up until his passing. So but the museum itself was really nice. It was really gay up in there though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like they had a lot of gay shit on the first floor. Like a lot of gay shit. Um and it was crazy because like the guy that was headlining the first floor, like I forget his name, but he happened to be black. I thought that was like, wow, black person, gay, whatever. So then, then Wednesday, bro and I, DHPX or Davi, we hung out over here on 43rd in the Prairie, Black owned cigar lounge. We kicked it up there for about 3-4 hours. Watched the game. The Bulls was on, and uh, then they had karaoke night.
Okay.
So it was BYOB. Two cigar minimum. A lot of grown folks in there. No bullshit. They was cool with us.
Oh,
They knew it was our for.
hold on, hold on. You went to an all black establishment. You ain't getting in no fights. You ain't getting nobody with no bonnets. You ain't seen none of that stuff. Come on now.
It,
I
it
know you
wasn't.
seen some of that stuff. Come on now. Quit lying. I know you seen some of that stuff. Come on now.
Yeah,
For the
it
way they be
definitely.
saying and the way people be
Cultivate,
around here
what up?
talking,
OG, what up? Ski, what up?
the way
No,
they be talking, hey, you ain't see no bonnets. You ain't see no flip flops. You ain't see the pajamas. You ain't see motherfucking niggas out here acting a fool. Come on now.
at the Family Dollar down the street, I saw that. But at the establishment that I was at, the establishment inside the establishment, you got a lot of grown folks there. You know what I mean? Probably even some white collar workers. You know what I'm saying? So people really, you can tell they really getting some money outside of there. So I fit right on in. You know what I'm saying? I get money. It's not no problem. Uh, but no, I'm just talking shit. But yeah, so we kicked it for about 3-4 hours up in there, bro and I, and then yesterday, me and my youngest daughter, we um we went to the Illinois game. Obviously, I got the Illinois hat on. They played Rutgers. They ended up winning. They won by a decent margin too, by at least
Belt the
20, I think.
ass?
Belt the ass. They started off slow because I was like, at first, I was like, damn. I mean, they're not ranked. Illinois not ranked anymore because they lost to
Okay.
Washington. But I was like, damn, I'm trying to figure out why these dudes was ranked. But
Yeah.
then, they started picking up, so which was
Okay.
cool. Um, it was cool out there. You could tell white people they definitely like to tailgate and stuff like. I mean, it was more people tailgating than inside the game, but the game was pretty much full too. I'd say the arena probably could hold like 65,000. I'd say a good 50,000 was in there, and then you had most of the other people just outside tailgating doing their thing. So white
Well,
people
during the
loved
game?
that. Yeah, they was tailgating during the game too.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And so the reason I still got to take my son somewhere, but the reason, ultimately the reason why I was taking my children uh different places by themselves is because it was something Maul had sent. It was like the 50 cent thing, right, Maul?
Yeah, it was like the
Um,
questions.
yeah, the question. And I asked my children what's something that they wanted to do with me individually, just me and them one on one, having some alone time. So my oldest, she picked art. My son, he picked the arcade room. So we're gonna end up going to that soon. And then my youngest, she surprised me. She said a football game. And
Oh, okay.
I, I thought, Illinois had the best prices for what it was. So we all enjoyed ourselves, man. And that was my vacation. That was my week.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That was dope as hell, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got a. I'm sending in a back chat. There's a particular one that I went to that was when I went there a long. It's an arcade that I went to a long time ago, and it was smaller than what it is now because I recently went to it again. And you may know it already, but they don't pay us. This one is why I'm gonna just type in the back chat.
Where
that one is, huh?
Where you wouldn't remember where it's at?
Yeah. I know where it is.
Not exactly, but it's off Ogden.
Okay, I know where it's at there. I know exactly where it's at there. I know what you're talking about.
Brookfield.
Yeah. OG said, "You're a great dad. That's good stuff. That's facts. That is."
Man, I know damn well OG ain't say that, and they say black fathers ain't in the home. That what your dog said. That what your dog said. No, we're not gonna go there. That dog said black fathers not in the home. That's why we all here fucked up.
Who
I want to keep
that?
that same energy across the world. Your homie, but I'm not gonna mention no names or nothing. But your homie said that. But we're gonna keep it moving though. I just want to mention that though.
If you say it, then say it.
No, I ain't gonna say no names, man. But we know who we talking about though. I know everybody know. You will know once you keep talking. You will know who we talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay. you know.
All right.
Say black fathers ain't. But no, before we keep going on, I know I keep shooting the shits and shit, man. How y'all mentals is? We ain't checked on each other mentals lately. What's going on? What's the mentals like?
Man, we good, man. We good. It's a lot. Life, you know what? Every time you start thinking stuff is good, life hits you again. We can talk about it after the chat, but after the live, but it's overall good. How about yourself?
Okay. Every day.
Oh man, I'm good, man. I just I got me one of these life straws. I don't know if y'all seen these, but what they do is for me, it's encouraging me to drink more water.
Okay.
Right. And I can get water out the filter because I really don't like. I mean, I can get water out the sink. I don't like. I see you. I don't like the way sink water tastes. I just don't like it. But and bottled water could be real expensive. But this is a good way to filter the water. Hold on, let me open it up for you. And say it comes with a filter.
Okay.
Right. So you pour it in there. It's 24 ounces at a time, and they say it could last for about 3 years.
Okay.
Or 4,000 liters.
Okay.
Which is about 136,000 ounces.
Okay.
So for me, again, that's to encourage me to drink more water. So that's what my mental is, because water is life.
Yeah. But I like that too, because I got like a little, I think it's called a Stanley, and I keep it in my truck. And Mom tried to clown me because I had an orange Stanley in my truck, and I'm like, this to drink water. It's just to sit in my cup because it stays in your truck, and it can, like, we stay in Chicago, so it stays cool, and even in the summer or the winter because it's insulated, so it stays in there, and it forces me, like you say, to drink water instead of you going to the store to buy a bottle or whatever. You got water in the truck already.
All right.
You feel me?
Right.
Oh, but my mental is cool, man. I'm loving these couple things because I got some couple things coming up. I just came from Atlanta. Another thing I got going on, me and my wife, we going to the 112 concert a couple weeks. Then after that, I'm gonna be with my brothers. We're gonna be on this road or whatnot. So I'm gonna be with them, and I'm just loving life, bro. Even when you say, and I want to get to you, and I want to ask that question before we get started. You say life be life, but that's part of life. If it's not life, and you in the casket, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, going through the motions of what comes with life, which we're muddling through.
Yeah, and then the same thing, I look at it like this too. If it's not life and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, it's supposed to be like if you're not on the path you're supposed to be on, it'll be comfortable. You'll be sitting there chilling, cooling, whatever. But if you're doing something that's trying to better yourself, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable waters, ain't it?
Cultivate called herself Cultivizzle.
It's the big Cultivizzle. Well, Snoop Dogg then. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna get into it. Y'all got anything else before we move on to the first subject?
Yeah. Hey, did y'all talk about the verses?
I didn't. No, I didn't even watch it.
Okay, damn. I won't do it.
I mean,
I didn't watch it neither, but I just want to discuss some of the things that happened.
We can do that. I'm down for it.
Okay, we can probably end on that then if y'all want to, because that'll be
we mentioned it now. Let's get it.
Okay. No, I just wanted to see what y'all thought because to me, what I wanted to bring up first is I thought it was because I've seen clips, I've seen a lot of stuff about it. I thought it was a pretty good thing. Only thing I kind of got the same sentiment that everybody else have. Like it should have been in New Orleans. That's one of my biggest sentiment. And for that to kick it off like it kicked off, I think it should have been 20 songs because both of those camps have a lot of stuff that they left on the table. And what I really look at, and you can tell why a lot of people don't really mess with Birdman like they do, is because the way he ended it and what he said. When he started the game, like they just had a great thing they just had. But then if I don't know if you could pull it up, but it's like his ending speech where he was talking about fuck who don't like it, I'm with NBA Youngboy, this, that, and the third. Like it's like on some, like nigga, ain't you a little too grown for this to still be talking like this? Like ain't you like you pushing 50, 52? Like nigga, you better go take your cholesterol medicine, your blood pressure medicine, you tripping. And you sitting up there talking like that. I don't know if y'all can probably pull it up or if I had a clip about it, but I'm like, bro, like me and my homie was talking about it, and I'm like, bro, like, ain't nobody tell you like, bro, chill out. Why are you talking like that? You're 50. But yeah, that was just,
I caught the tail end of it.
You know what I'm talking about there?
Yeah, I honestly, I just literally chopped through it, like.
Okay.
Because they what they did was they put timestamps on all of the songs, so I was able to look at the songs that they performed, and I don't remember which one specifically for each party, but I know what it is we're talking about, so I'm going to try to pull it up and see if I can find it. But who were y'all rooting for?
I ain't gonna say I was rooting for nobody, but I knew Cash Money got it. Like people forget. You can just put Wayne and Juvenile up there and it's over with. Ain't too many people can mess with that camp when you got Wayne and Juvenile.
David, you don't know my life. You don't know my life.
But I've been talking. I want to hear some of y'all thoughts though. What you thought about it, Jeremy? Dave, you watched it?
Yeah, so I didn't really watch, but like you said, you saw a lot of clips. I did too. I felt like No Limit was more organized, right? So a lot of people say No Limit won it. That means because No Limit was a little bit more organized. I'm sure that's due to Master P. Anything not having Lil Wayne up there, Lil Wayne not being with Cash Money also messed it up. But I mean, overall, it is what it is. I'm kind of past these verses. There's some COVID shit.
Yeah. But I want to piggyback off what you said too. But what you just said was like perfect to what I just said. You said because of Master P. Master P has grown. Master P was a street dude. He did all that stuff, but he's about business and he's a grown man. You can tell who's still trying to be a street little teenager or a street early young 20s dude who still want to be street and who want to still be recognized for that about how it went and about how the two camps act. About how nigga, I thought we was coming together like ain't no reason Wayne shouldn't have been there or Turk should have been there. Whatever beef y'all have, let's squash this for this night. Let's just get the people what they need and what they want. Just my opinion.
All right, I think I found. Oh, let me restart it. All right, the controversial clip. Let's see here. Is this what you talking about, Ma?
I think it probably is.
When I met Blood, I just was trying to do something different in the game. I had started this shit young. I was a young man trying to get some money and not be in the streets. And I met BG, I met Wayne, I met Juvie, I met Turk. Shout out to Turk, you little bitch. You ain't here, but fuck you. We gonna fuck with you and we won't fuck with you. You heard me?
Okay. Pause. Now, see, all that he just said, I'm cool with that. That's cool, whatever. But when he got the Turk and talking about Turk's a bitch and all this way kind of got off the rails for me. Like, bro, ain't you like 52? Like, it's finna go off the rails right now. From this point on, I think it's finna go off the rails. Like all that stuff he said first was like, okay, it's understandable. You was in the streets, you did that. You just telling your little story. But is this necessary?
Let's see here.
Script, nigga. Hey, we gonna fuck with that bitch when we won't fuck with her. But that's another movie. But ain't no, Cash Money. When one nigga died, I ain't gonna say died, cause we lost a lot of soldiers. But Cash Money ain't built on you leave, you can't. We gonna still multiply. Let's go. Cash Money ain't gonna never die. As long as I'm alive, hold on, Fresh. Wait, Fresh. Long as I'm alive, Cash Money ain't gonna never die. Shout out to my nigga NBA Youngboy, NBA Rich Gang. Fuck who don't like it. We with all the bullshit. If you ain't with us, fuck you, nigga. P, where you at, bruh?
See now,
is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, no, fuck all the bullshit. So now you still you still out here with the streets? That what you trying to say? And he a grown man. He can do what he wants to. I'm just telling you my opinion. I thought as we get older, I thought we were supposed to grow. I thought we were supposed to, get a little bit mature and all that stuff. And like me and Jay every day was talking about like a couple pods ago, you can still be a grown ass boy. You feel me? You can still have that boy mindset.
Cultivate said he's a miserable uncle at the barbecue that once had that oil and powder in his system. He get on that beat. Next subject. Okay, Birdman is whack. Okay. Yeah, that's what you were talking about, Maul?
Yeah, it's like come on, man.
Yeah, I'm like, where's this coming from? What I don't want to say where it's coming from because clearly I'm not in the loop. But just, bro, like you said, you're 50 years old, bro, or pushing 50. You ain't found nothing else better to do than try to be tough. You got a whole label that you should be focusing on. You guys is, in your opinion, and then we'll move on after this. Who do you think should have won?
Should be a wash. It should be Cash Money.
I told you, yeah.
It should be a wash. Cash Money, like
bro.
Recipe, they started off hot, but come on, like Cash Money got so many hits.
And it's like, and we're not saying No Limit is whack, but it's just saying, bro. Like I said before, if you put Wayne with Juvenile, it's over with. It ain't too many people. If you go with versus tag team that can mess with those two, I don't give a fuck who you go get. It ain't too many matchups they're going to lose by themselves. They just got too many hits.
Let me tell you this, bro. I listen to a lot of Tiny Desk concerts.
Thank you. Go keep talking shit.
Listen, I was convicted for a minute trying to figure out what my top 5 was for the longest time, honestly. And I'm being straight up 100% with y'all. For the longest time, it was Kirk Franklin's at number 1. And then, 2, 3, 4, 5 were other people. Then Juveniles came out. I was like, oh my, I didn't know that. Yo, this Tiny Desk concert almost sound better than the actual songs, bro.
Hey, snap. Well, you got Marie ranked that on the Tiny Desk concert.
You seen that 98 Mercedes on TV? I bought that. I had some ugly charges when winning, but what? Juvenile, one of my top there. What? Juvenile, that what, bro? Y'all thought I was playing when I said Juvenile. I fuck with Juvenile over Busta Rhymes. They wanted to whip my ass.
No, you said Juvie. No, you said Juvie was better than Busta.
I do think he is. Yeah, I do.
All right.
I ain't taking that back. I'm dead serious. It's just my own thing. Huh?
Right. And to each his own.
they be crazy.
You think Busta's better than Juvenile, JVD?
You talking about lyrically? Hell yeah. What? I like Juvie, but yeah, man. Ain't no question to me.
Juvie, but yeah.
I like Juvie, but certain motherfuckers is like, all right, it's levels to this shit. So
Man, I could listen to Juvie straight through the Tiny Desk concert straight through. It's like, oh my god, this these songs. And actually, one of the songs that he did on this Tiny Desk concert was Slow Motion, and that took me back to when I was playing Grand Theft Auto. This is when I had an Xbox, and you put the CD in the Xbox and it downloads all the songs.
Yes.
I'll be playing slow motion while putting in the cheat codes to Grand Theft Auto, driving down bro. Bro.
I thought you were going to say Back That Ass Up was your favorite choice.
No, it's just slow motion. And there was one other one that I can't think of at the time.
Oh my god, man.
Slow motion was on heavy rotation during that time in my life.
Yeah. But I always have, like, we always go back and forth, me and Jay, every day about who's this and who's that when it comes to music, because I was kind of, my music taste comes from like when I really got into music, I was down south. So you're gonna ask me about a lot of down south rappers, I'm gonna say they better than a lot of these up north any day. That's just my opinion, because that's what I was listening to.
All right. I personally was I was personally thinking the same thing that Jay Day said. To me, it was a wash with Cash Money, period. Like no questions asked. It was a wash, even if they did 20. Like, listen, No Limit better be happy that Lil Wayne chose not to show up at the verses, because it would have been a wash and a dry if Lil Wayne was there, because he carried Cash Money. He definitely carried Young Money. So I was definitely rooting for Cash Money over No Limit. And then I'm listening to the songs. I was actually in somebody's live stream and they started playing Make Them Say and I haven't listened to that song in my adulthood, at very least in recent years. I was like, these dudes ain't even rapping on beat. Sound like they ain't even speaking English.
That's something soccer. He don't rap on beat. He don't talk on beat. Nigga said he don't think on beat. That's what he said.
But you can't say that song wasn't hidden back in the day, though. That shit still go crazy in a 40 and up club. That should go crazy in a 40 and up club.
Oh man, yeah. So I didn't watch it at all. I think the versus things have run their course for the most for me. And if I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, I don't. Depending on the people involved. All right, so we're gonna get into this actual first subject that we want to talk about. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with someone. Let them know. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. All right, so Maul hit us with a question where he wanted to ask. Well, I'll let him ask the question. I have a video to support it, Maul. So go ahead.
Oh, I just want to know, because they've been talking about all these SNAP benefits, and I just want to know a question. And this goes to our audience too. With your current state that you in right now, which we know you probably don't need it or whatnot, would you take a link card or a food stamp card?
Absolutely.
Huh?
Absolutely. If I qualify,
no, they gonna give you one. It don't matter. It's just with your current state.
That's what I'm saying. That means I qualify. So if I qualify, I wouldn't give a fuck. If I qualify, then hell yeah, the fuck. That's like saying, well, I don't want any aid to go to college or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Or whatever. But nigga, I qualify. So if you're gonna give it to me, let me get it. Why the fuck would I take it? The fuck out of here.
I asked the question, so you already know what I'm doing. Space, what you doing, bro? We're gonna be quiet, let you talk.
Why wouldn't I accept free money? Why wouldn't I accept free money? Especially like Jay, they said, if I qualify for it. You giving it to me for free, and this is something that can definitely benefit my life and help me save money, and therefore dedicate the money that I actually earn into something else that I really want to invest in, that I really want to put money towards. Absolutely. And it's crazy because I was a part of I was in the audience of a conversation Lucky Marie. She was live and she was talking about the food stamps thing. And somebody came up, her name was Tyranny, and she was talking about how it's a long story short. In the original video that Lucky was referencing, Tyranny was saying she doesn't make enough to not qualify for food stamps. And then later on in this conversation, she said she makes enough money to not qualify for food stamps. So it's like a polar opposite, right? Because one of the
What?
major qualifications for one of the major things they ask for as to determine whether you qualify for it or not is how much money you make.
Right. And she
That's
says
like
she
the
makes,
number one. That's the number one thing.
but she says she makes too much to qualify for it, or I'm confused.
She flipped her story. At first, in the original video that Lucky referenced, Tyranny
Yeah.
said that she did not qualify for it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. She said she did qualify for it because she didn't make enough, to
Okay.
run all that. And then later on in this current conversation, she said, "Yeah, I make enough money. I don't need it. I qualify, but even though I make so this amount of money, I still benefit from it because I still qualify for it despite how much money that I'm making."
Oh yeah, you get a lot of people online just being disingenuous, bro. They forget what lies they told. Like, we're not recording.
And that's what and that's what I was saying. It's one of two things happening right now. Either you're lying or you're committing fraud and admitting it online.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's just a former.
Right? You know what I'm saying? The former better than the latter.
Yeah.
Can you hear Maul?
Hey, I'm on mute. My bad. Is it? I wanted to ask a question because I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Is it fraud or is it finessing?
I think it's one and the same in this case.
One and the same in this case? Okay.
I think it's one and the same. Either it's like you're finessing the system by doing fraud.
Okay. So I want to get both of y'all definition. What's the definition to you, Spaces? What's the definitions between how do you define fraud from finessing?
I think of it from a sense. Okay, let's think about it. I think about it in this sense. If you're applying for a link card, which may be in the case of Tyranny, what I think, if you as a woman in this situation, you work at Dollar Tree hypothetically, and you work 20 hours a week. You clearly don't make enough to, make rent, make food, car note, phone, insurance, all that stuff. You clearly don't make enough of that. So you put all in the information, what it is that it's true. The information that you're putting on the application is true because that's truly what it means for you. That applies to your income, the amount of money that you're bringing in per month and all that stuff. But if you're married and your husband makes $200,000 a year, but you don't put that information on the application on purpose because you want to qualify for food stamps, and that's fraud. Whereas what we've talked about before, you have, rich people getting richer because they know or have people that are educated in the finance system on how to lower their tax burden so they get more money back come tax time.
So that's finessing, but when you didn't put on this thing that your husband make 200,000, that's fraud.
Yeah, if you purposefully omit information about this application or this thing that you're applying for, that's fraud.
Okay.
To me, maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe I need to hear more. But
okay, Jay, every day, what's your definition of fraud and what you call it? And finessing.
So I ain't really got no definition, but what's happening, Desiree? I don't really have a definition. I think finessing is fraud. right?
Okay.
I do, right? But I think it's a level, right? So I think it's let me go ahead and do this, right? Because I know I can fly under the radar type fraud. You know what I mean? Where I'm not gonna get caught, so to speak. Like you know what I mean? It's a lower level. It's less likely I'm gonna get caught, right? This, I mean, to finesse anything mean you got over. That means you're getting over. That's what a
Yeah.
finesse means.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
finesse means so to finesse means that you're doing something that if you were to go, put it on front, then you likely wouldn't get it, whatever it is. But so I understand the finesse. Like even when you know what I'm saying, people finesse other people. You trying to get over. You know what I mean? That's what we mean by finesse. So but I think all out fraud is that's again, finesse is a sort of fraud, but I think there's a different level of all out fraud where you're just blatantly like lying. If that makes any sense. Like, you're providing just misinformation or what I mean, just a whole bunch of this. I don't know how to put it, but in my mind, and they're the same thing, but I think fraud is just like top level shit.
Top level shit.
Top level
Okay.
shit.
What's your definition, Mal?
I'm kind of in a mixture of both of y'all, but what I always think is finessing is. I always look at it like this. All right, we in the Jordans. If you go buy a pair of Jordans for $210, right? Nigga, I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, I can finesse and get a motherfucker to give me $310 for these bitches. To me, that's finessing. You just finesse you out a couple $100, because you wanted these, so you're gonna pay whatever. It's like I'm looking at that as finesse. Fraud is like you blatantly lying, know you lying, and all this other stuff, and you just like you just blatantly lying. And then it's another thing of where, nigga, it's another thing to where like I'm not giving you information that you need. Like it's like volunteered information for me. Like say for instance, I'm filling out an application. Nigga, it asked me did I have a this, that, and the third. I just skipped it and kept moving. Now, if you catch me and you say, oh, you do have this, fill this out, okay, cool. But if you didn't, hey, it is what it is. Whoop-de-doo.
I'm gonna finesse that. I'm gonna say I did that. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say I forgot. You feel me? Oh, my bad. I ain't need to do that. Let me go ahead and put the right information I need to put in.
Spaces know what I'm talking about. Mom, you should know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say I did that.
You feel me? So whoop-de-doo. We get caught. We don't. Whoop-de-doo. You feel me?
You definitely gonna finesse that just to get in where you're supposed to be at.
Thank you. Bro, people finesse. What makes me mad is people act like people don't finesse and get over all the time. But it's like that's just the system. That's just like the system Jay every day say. Bro, if you finesse the system and you found the loophole to get through, I don't really consider that as fraud. You just found the loophole that they ain't looking at. Okay, now if they come back to you like, did you fill this out and do this and do that? Okay, now if you lie again, that's fraud. That's just my opinion.
No, it's fraud from the start.
I don't think so.
If you purposefully omit information or purposefully don't answer certain questions or do things because you know that it's going to disqualify you from what it is that you want, you're doing it on purpose. It's fraud.
Whoop-de-doo. I don't know what to tell you, brother. Because I think, bro, because what the thing about it is, everybody act like they don't do it, but they do. We can sit up here and try to act all high and mighty all you want to, but you do. If you can get away with it and not fill it out, you're going to do it. I'm not trying to hear that. You're going to do it.
So what do you think then about when people do these things that we're talking about? They do the fraud, they purposefully or accidentally, air quotes, accidentally omit certain information about whatever it is that they choose not to answer, and then turn around, the government comes after them and say, hey, you owe us 10 bands.
You got caught. You got to go ahead and handle that.
Yeah, I mean,
you got caught.
It's like the guy lying and say you don't got no felony. And then, to get that job application, get the job
That's
or whatever.
A perfect example.
And
That's
then
a fucking great example.
They end up running. They end up running his background. It's like, hey, you got the felony. Oh shit, my bad.
How
Up out of there.
Drewski say, damn, you got me.
Yeah, you got it.
Damn, you got me. And that's what it is. And that's every day. That shit, what you just said, was a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
If you catch me, okay, you got me. And it is what it is. But don't sit up here and act like we all ain't fabricated an application or fabricated something just to get something that we really wanted. So stop it.
Right.
Because that's the same thing you do to get approved for something, and you sit up there, nigga, say you make 85,000. Nigga, you will put motherfucker, I make 90 to 100 just to get what you want. So that's fraud too. So is you gonna say something about that? Wrong is wrong.
I think in that case, that's if we're going to put a name to it, then that's fraud. Yes, but that I don't think that's something that can land you in jail.
But it's wrong. Wrong is wrong. If we're going to be wrong about everything, it's wrong about it. If we're going to be right, it's right. You can't be on the fence and straddle which one side you want to be on when it comes to your moral high ground. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. It ain't no I'm in the middle. Oh, this is cool, but this is not. That's not how this works.
No, it's not. It's not cool regardless.
Yeah, because we'll be in a gray area about everything if we ain't got no clear-cut definition of like, this is wrong. Everything on the right of this is wrong. Everything on the left of this is cool. It's all right.
I think it's a matter of how much risk you're willing to take for yourself, because saying that you make $10,000 more than you actually made at your job is different than telling the government I make $19,000 a year when I really make $55,000.
Which is true, but it's both is still wrong though, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. I understand what you're coming from, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying wrong is wrong, right is right.
Just like Jay every day said, there's levels to this.
Okay, but it's still wrong.
Definitely.
It's still wrong.
Yeah. Finessing is wrong overall. I think finessing or being fraudulent is wrong, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's a fact.
All right, man. Speaking of finesse, thank you guys for kicking it with us. This is your favorite after church podcast. Share this with someone. Let them know that we're live and we're having some great conversation over here. This conversation.
They didn't say nothing about it.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I didn't. Nobody in the comments said anything.
About finessing?
Yeah, about what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of finessing, this conversation came to us by way of Be Humble, even though he's not here. I gotta call him and see why he ain't here. But I hope you guys got a chance to. I know it might not have been timely, but this is a conversation that came to us from him, and let's get into it.
Black Americans have been paid equally on average to white people. White people were not paid equally, but had Black Americans been paid what they were worth, $20 trillion, what would those numbers be? Bro, I'm going to ask you, since you have Black in your family. Some Black people are lazy, right?
I mean, everyone's lazy.
Some Black people are stupid, right?
Yes.
Some Black people are really dumb with how they handle their money, right?
Yes.
Some Black people make really stupid decisions in life. Am I correct?
You are.
So in that sense, Black people are just like everybody else. And maybe Black people make, on average, some dumber decisions than other people. Who knows? I don't know. Let's just add it up. But here's the thing. The differences in Black behavior amount to $20 trillion. You can't tell me it doesn't amount to that. There's no way. Like if we say, hey, listen, Black people, forget about everything that was denied to you. All the wages, all the land, all the money that was just stripped away, one thing after another. Forget about all that for a second. If you just would have worked a little harder, we wouldn't see that kind of inequality. When I look at that, I can't look at those numbers and not think about discrimination. $20 trillion is discrimination. You know what I mean? That's what that is. I'm not a radical leftist, apologist, woke sociologist trying to make excuses for Black people. But in fairness, that's a lot of money, man. Everybody else, that $20 trillion, that went into people that look like me. You could call this some kind of affirmative action for my people. because we didn't give it to them. We took it from them, just like we took the land from Native Americans. Half of all black Americans are middle class. Don't think black and think poor. You have your wealthy black Americans and poor black Americans. So don't just assume think black and think poor.
All right. So people in the comments, 19, I think that's the original poster of this video. 20 trillion is discrimination, equal pay for black Americans. Love Lane Elaine says closed-minded people get offended, open-minded people learn something new. Ebel 1887 says it's amazing that people are trying to justify who was oppressed the most. I know for sure who wasn't oppressed and still complains about everyone else. James Jefferson, verified. We love to talk about an idea that involves the 1994 crime bill. We love to talk to you. Okay. All right. The sensei says reparations are beyond long overdue. 20 trillion is a good start. Thanks for finally teaching teaching it in the colleges and universities. The asset management. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
Go ahead, Joe.
Thought it was a, fairly for the clip. It was a fairly good conversation. I calculated somewhere around 30 trillion. So,
You gotta up that a
I'm
little
joking.
bit.
I did calculate somewhere around 30 trillion.
You
But
need to up that a
that
little bit more.
the deal is about reparations. Although I'm for reparations, I think that we just kind of beating a dead horse here. You never get reparations.
It's a fact.
If you do get reparations, right? Mind you, the national debt is $37 trillion. So if we do get reparations, they say, oh, we're gonna give all black people, you know, some lump sum money or whatever that equals to $20 trillion. But then that puts us at about, let's say they wanted to do it tomorrow. Then that puts us at about $60 trillion in debt. Okay. We're already as a nation, we're already like crumbling as a nation. Who do you think they're gonna blame that on? I mean, they already want to kind of probably blame black people. I mean, they find their way to blame black people when it comes to a lot of this stuff, right? The subprime mortgage issues that we was having, and so on and so forth. They always find a way to crowbar and make it seem like it's black people's fault. So, if we were to get, that $20 trillion, they'll definitely, the crumbling of the United States, they'll definitely make it seem as if it was black people's begging for reparation that was the reason why, this nation failed. But like I said, overall, I think it was it was solid for what it was.
Ma, what you got?
I kind of I was going along with the thing. I was understanding what he was saying, but I kind of didn't get what he was really trying to say. That's why I wanted y'all to go, because I really didn't get I kind of didn't understand where he was trying to go with that.
So I have a couple different ways that I look at this. One of the things I was thinking about, because I was on a panel last week, I'm not sure if it was a Righteous Perspectives panel or if it was Miss Nikki's panel, Just a Brown Girl in America. Make sure you check out both of those, because great content on both. But when it comes to one thought is, it was a video where it was a white girl that was saying white people are purposefully offering black people all of these governmental. No, it's not exclusive to black people. I want to verify that. But specifically offering these governmental assistance programs to black people because they want to keep black people attached to the government. And it's that's what I was kind of getting from this particular video. It's kind of it's like white sympathy is what I was getting from him.
I was Just a Brown Girl in America. I watched that video.
Yeah, okay. Oh, be humble. We talking about your hold on. We talking about your subject right now, bro.
Should have brought his
Be
ass on.
humble. Be humble.
Spoke him up.
Be humble. What's up?
But that's what I was thinking while he was explaining what he was explaining. It's like let's think about the specifics of this. Let's mine this out. Let's say that reparations is a possibility to give to black people. There are so many factors that factor into why this is impossible. It's not it's past just the national debt that Jay Everyday was mentioning, which is a huge factor in the matter. It's not just going to increase the national debt, but one major question you got to ask yourself, or I ask when I'm thinking about this: how do you know who is related to who? Because we have these 23andMe, we have these genetic registry things. How do you know that these people aren't just trying to take your DNA and then they have I don't know what it's called. God dang, it's one of the things where they play the lotto, the little lotto, the big lotto, the major lotto. I forget what it's called, but they have these balls spinning around in a little dome, and then they randomly grab, whatever the numbers are. That's what I think people are doing with this genetic registry type of stuff. How do you know that you're registered? Most people don't even know their lineage past their grandparents. So even if reparations was on the table for black people, how do you know that you're actually related? The point I'm getting at and asking that is when people hear a whole bunch of money is on the table that they can just get passed to them. Yeah, I want it. Yeah, I want it. Give me that. That's me. That's mine. You owe us. Black Wall Street was destroyed by white people, and all these different areas of America that was built by black people was destroyed by white people. They owe us. They owe us. You don't even know your grandmother's mother.
I
That's
don't
all I
think
got.
that's fair. I don't think that's fair. I personally, I know my grandmother's mother. My grandmother's mother was actually born here in Chicago. Um, but I think it's also not fair because we give reparations to Israel, right? We give reparations to quote unquote the Native Americans, which a lot of them paid to be on their registry, Dawes rolls, quote unquote $5 Indians. So we give money to people who, what I mean, may not necessarily deserve it. So it's interesting when it comes to black people, getting some type of reparations. Now we have to prove that, and which I think to a degree that it should be proven somewhere. But and but these other groups don't have to, jump through hoops to get, their reparations.
Ma, what you got?
Um, uh, uh, I'm kind of. I don't know. I just really like because, like you said a mouthful. I'm on the side of like if you could give reparations, it should be like you say. You give everybody else it. Why not give that? And then everybody who say you shouldn't get it, I bet you said he shouldn't get it. You didn't want to vote for it, so should you not get yours?
Yo, Kamal, what's good, bro?
Come on, what's
I
going on, brother?
know. I met Kamal from DPMO Morning Show. He has his own channel.
Okay, but
Courtney Edgar, what's good, bro?
What's going on with everybody in the
yeah,
chat?
what's up?
Whoever just
What's
came
going
in,
on? But
I
why?
can't read this.
But I don't think. And like you say, we beating a dead horse because we know it's gonna never happen. We can say we force something all the time.
Sister Everyday, what up?
It ain't gonna happen. Sister Everyday, what's up?
Go ahead, Ma. You said we're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, we beating a dead horse. And like, and I'm for it, but we didn't know it ain't gonna happen. Like you say, it's too much on the debt and all that other stuff. And like Jerry Day said, if they do give it to us, like you say, wake up tomorrow. Okay, bet we're gonna give y'all reparations. Man, they gonna blame the collapse of America on all black folks because they wanted their money.
Yeah.
So that's how we know it ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
Because they're not ready to relinquish power just yet. They trying to squeeze a little bit more out of this before they let this shit collapse.
Oh man, I think you know, and I when it comes to the reparations conversation, man, I just it's for me it's simple. I don't want to say it's simple. One simple thought that I have about it is you can look what people did with, and this is not exclusive to black people. So I mean this conversation about black people, but it isn't exclusive to black people. Look what people did when they got the $1,400 during COVID.
So
They just gave it right back to them anyway.
So you give them the money. Now you gotta shut up because we gave y'all what y'all asked for, what y'all deserve. We gave y'all your reparations. You can't ask for nothing else. So why are you worried about what other people doing with their money?
Because they're going to turn around after they spend it all. They're going to turn around and ask you for more.
No, they not. It don't matter what they ask you for more. It don't matter. That don't matter because we did what we supposed to do. We gave y'all reparations. You're pocket watching now. It doesn't matter what somebody else doing with their money, and you ignore the rest of it anyway. It doesn't matter. That don't matter.
It doesn't stop there though. It doesn't stop with we give you, and how does that even work? How does that even work? $20 trillion. You spread that across the what? 40 million black people across America, according to the census. How do you split that up? And this is what I mean with the practicality of the situation. Do you just take the 20 trillion and disperse it amongst 40 million people? 40 million people. Do you look at these people and say, yeah, your lineage goes further? They had this foundation, they had this factory, they had you're related to uncle, your great grand uncle is Uncle Nearest, so you get 1 million. How does that even work? What's the practicality of this? That's why that's really more my thought more than anything else, more than anything of whatever anybody owes, or if they actually are related to somebody who is a significant part of some whatever movement or whatever. What is the practicality? Because if one person gets $1,000 and the next person gets $5,000, the person that get 1,000 going to be like, man, I want $5,000 too. Or should that's the question. That's the question I'm asking y'all right now. Should it just get 20 trillion, assuming that the government's going to give it to us? Should it be dispersed evenly, or should they somehow figure out whose genetic history is most influential in America, in America's past?
I mean, I don't know. I think that this is what you get people. This is why we pay people, right? You pay think tank. This is, we're just three niggas on the podcast just talking, right? So I wouldn't expect them to, take my word for it. They could come up with some others if they really wanted to do it. If they really wanted to do it. I think that at the end of the day, like I say, dude, black people, and this is kind of also the issue with being called, black, right? Because you get other people from all over the world who look black, and now, they can, say that they're black or quote unquote African American. We get, it's a whole bunch of big mess with this, right? And this is why this should have been solved years ago, right? Decades ago, right? Probably 100 years ago. Right? They definitely could have solved this issue already, and they didn't solve it on purpose, right? Of course, we're supposed to get to 40 acres and a mule, but so how they choose to divvy it up, you get we pay people to think on that level. I wouldn't know. I don't know.
Hey, go back to your bro. What do you say? Them two comments? What your bro said?
Who, Courtney Yeager?
I think you said before Sister Every Day. I think it was. It came popped up.
You talking about this one?
Yeah. On top of what?
And that's what I think. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say probably what you were gonna say. That's what Maul was saying. Like you're pocket watching.
Yeah, it don't matter what somebody's gonna do with the money. You gave them, and you gave them what you owe them. It's like if you owe me $500, nigga. If I go smoke crack with it, that's mine. I smoke crack. That's my money.
Smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why does it matter what I'm gonna do with my money that you owe me, that you say you're finna give me? Why does that matter?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think it really matters because a lot of times it's basically going to be put back into the economy anyway. So we do have a hard time saving money, so it's going to be put back into the economy.
I never understood why. And you can take it the wrong way, how you want to take it, but I don't understand why niggas pocket watch other niggas. Is you fucking him? Is we fucking or something? I thought women only pocket watch men. I ain't know other men pocket watch other men. I'm just going off what I do. And don't take it offense to it. You feel me? I don't want me no harm or nothing until you buy it. But this is just how I talk. But I don't pocket watch no other man. And when somebody do get in my business at work, boy, I will tell you in a heartbeat, boy, stay the fuck out of my business.
Yeah, look at come on. I knew it. I was waiting for him to respond. I was waiting for him to respond. I was wondering what he was gonna say. He said it don't matter. Just give me my money.
That's what I'm saying. Run my check. It don't matter. Like I don't understand how you pocket watch somebody else. Because now when we give you the money, now you come back, hey man, shut your stupid ass up and get the fuck on. We did what we did. We said what we was gonna do. We gave you the bread, whatever. Now it is on you. Go ahead, let them up because it don't matter what you give somebody, they're gonna complain anyway. So you give them what you owe them, or you give them whatever, and you keep it moving.
Let's see here. Courtney Egger said because it then goes to what I said on the second comment. Oh, we're saying the same thing. Yeah, it's just going to be most likely it's going to be put back into the economy anyway. Which my question after that is, what does that mean?
Shit, the economy boom. The economy boom right back up because that's what motherfuckers gonna do.
First of all, you gotta find where you're gonna get $20 trillion. So 20 it's not like this shit is just out of thin air. Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, well, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jerry. That you just said
we only make $27 trillion. That's our GDP. You know what I mean? We're down 37 trillion. So to be like, hey, we're gonna give you $20 trillion from where? From what?
Hey, every day I just pat my pockets when you said where we gonna get it from. My officer, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. The 2017, that's a lot of bread. Now every day, that's some bread.
That's some bread, man. Absolutely.
It's gonna be hot.
All right, let's see. Naps and Beauty said, we don't pocket watch the other groups the America paid off.
That's facts.
That's what Jerry Day said.
Naps and Beauty also said, my question is why Black Americans have to hold a moral ground when any financial gain from any institution.
Yeah.
What do you guys' thoughts about that? Then we'll go to the next thing after this.
What thoughts about what she just said just now?
Yeah. He said, why should we worry about she said, my question is why do Black Americans have to hold a moral ground when with any financial gain from any institution?
So that's what we like to do. You know what I mean? We like to act like we all morally high and shit. Like, come on, man. And I mean, not just the most forgiving and all that. Like, bro, a lot of that stuff got to stop because like we're real forgiving when it comes to other groups, and then something happened with another Black person. Oh, nigga, keep that same energy and all that. You know what I mean? You want to postulate and all that. Like, this is what Black people do. So we got to stop that.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? We gotta show more love to other Black people. You gotta show love to Black folks. I'm not saying take advantage, but you know what I'm saying. But we really do have to start empathizing with each other because we show more love to other groups. I like we're all inclusive except with each other.
Hey, every day I don't know. I ain't gonna say the whole story, but you remember that I called you and I told you about my bike situation, and I told you I didn't like doing that because the simple fact, and that's one of the things I thought about right there at that moment. Is because that's another Black man. And I just also did it in front of all these other people. I wish I could have did that in front of them or whatnot like that. But it's just like, bro, I had to go ahead and do what I had to do.
Sometimes you got to tee up. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, I got to.
like, especially online, you get a lot of black people that, they're so forgiving. I mean, you're talking about when it comes to these, anything that happens. Like black people just super forgiving, but when it comes to each other, like man, we'll really take it there. You
Yeah,
know.
and that just comes with like on some everything. It's not with just the financial, like you say. It
Mhm.
comes with everything. It comes with
And other groups,
we don't show empathy and sympathy to none of our own, but we are quickly to show it to any other group.
and other groups expect us to show
Yes,
empathy towards
yes,
them in their situation. So
yep.
when black people aren't really, we're not really budging on what or they're expecting us to kind of ride with them, like the immigrant the migrant, the migrant or immigrants, illegal immigrant situation. Now it's like, oh, you black people, y'all went through your own atrocities. Da, da, da. Like, dude, we've been you we're the reason why you're over here. Because black people opted for civil rights. You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting black rights or, you know what I'm saying, Negro rights, we opted for civil rights. So that encompassed everybody. We're the whole reason why you're over there.
Naps and Beauty said we don't pocket watch the other groups America paid off. I have to disagree with that because I don't think we have to pocket watch the other groups that America paid off because maybe I'll probably stand alone on this one, but we don't have to pocket watch them because we see the results of them getting those reparations in a lot of cases. In Chicago, we have Little Village. Chicago, we have Jewtown. Chicago, you know what I'm saying? They have full-on communities that they built.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it was with money that was given to them and reparations and all that stuff. I'm not denying that. You know what I'm saying? Courtney Egger said it's not pocket watching, but they complain about being broke. If you get into your bag, you're not tripping on reparations. It's like it's not necessarily me. For me personally, I'm not necessarily pocket watching. I'm just speaking on what's going to be the results of the money being given.
Hey, with your boy Eggman, you're right about that. I get my own bag too, but I damn sure ain't gonna turn down no reparations though. And I know you niggas not neither.
Yeah,
So
man.
you can stop all that. Because is he gonna turn it down? Hey, Egger, you gonna turn it down? If they give it to you, you gonna give it to other people?
That goes with your question earlier. We were talking about food stamps or link, right? Nigga, if I qualify for it, I want it.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm not sitting here waiting like, hey, man, I'm waiting on them to give me the reparation,
No,
so
I'm
I'm not
saying,
going to
yeah.
go to work. Or I'm waiting on them, so I'm going to get government assistance. Nobody, like, who's doing that? We're going to go to work. We're going to make things happen. However, we still got to acknowledge things did happen. And, just because you got over on people, our forefathers, don't mean we got to shut up.
Cody, he puts up a decent point. He said, "I'm not finna go fight and talk about it." So I think he's saying, if you're gonna give it to me, give it to me. If you're not gonna give it to me, then I don't care. I'm getting to the bag anyway.
All right.
Hey, look here, man. We're gonna end it on this, and we can go to the next subject. But don't I say this all the time? Ain't nobody sitting up here saying stop everything and stop all your motion that you're doing. But also, you got to play the game. This is part of the game we playing. But you also got to sit up there and go do everything they doing too, and you still got to complain about it. You can't just sit back, shut up, and get your bag and thinking everything gonna be cool. You get that, and you also say something every now and then about everything that's going on. Ain't nobody said stop your bag. Ain't nobody said stop. No, you still get your bag. It's the game we playing. This is the game of America that we playing. We all playing it. We all pay taxes. We all go to work every day. You still playing the game, but you still say something about it. That's the only thing I'm saying. I ain't never said stop your bag. I ain't never said don't hustle. I ain't never said don't get your money, but you still got to say something about it every now and then. You still got to say something, but still get your money too at the same time. You sitting up here.
I haven't met any black person who's like stopping what they're doing to sit up and talk about reparations, and you know what I mean. Or really, I haven't met any black people that's doing that. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, we're gonna stop what we're doing so we can get this reparations. I ain't met nobody.
You disagree with what? What are you talking about? You disagree with?
Kamal said, "We're not just sitting at home just waiting for reparations. LOL, we can chew gum and walk at the same time."
I agree. I totally agree with him.
Facts.
But
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Go ahead, keep it moving.
And
Yeah.
sometimes, real quick, I'm curious where a lot of times people from. You know what I mean? Like, not to make it, but a lot of times we get people from somewhere else, and of course they wouldn't, be down for reparations. They feel like maybe they don't qualify. You know what I mean? And so sometimes you get people that's not really for reparations because they don't qualify. So that's another angle that I'm looking at.
He said, "I disagree with you in regards to stopping to talk about it. I'm not stopping anything, fam, and I agree with you on that part."
Oh yeah. You don't. Yeah, we don't stop and talk about it.
Yo, Brock, what's good, bro? What's good?
Because we can sit up here and talk about this till we blue in the face, and I have a lot of
Imagine,
people
brother.
complaining about all that stuff, but nigga, I invest in the stock market. I invest in all type of shit and got my money somewhere everywhere. But that don't mean I'm not gonna give my 2 cents in about this and about that. But I'm still playing the game with them folks. The little bit of money I do have is gonna make a little bit more for me. Goddamn it.
Yes, sir. We moving, man. We figuring it out in this content creation game. So all right. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite after church podcast is live. We are having great conversation, just as my homie Brock said. We're gonna move on to the next thing. This is something Maul sent to us, and I watched the video. We're gonna talk about it, but let's see here. Switch this up. Put it on here. All right.
Hot here too, sorry. I'm trying to spare whatever here. So, okay. You're placed for arrest. Me? Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness. For grand theft from Target. So there's 10 to 18 different
Oh my
crimes that
goodness.
you found at Target and paid for items and then did not pay for items. And they all have you all on video and photos and all of that. So right now we are here because we have PC for your arrest.
Okay.
So
What do I like? Can you just kind of tell me what to do?
So
or
now-
while we do this?
yeah, so I'm
Okay,
telling you
fine.
that right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to embarrass you in front of
Of
your
course.
work company, so I'm trying to be nice here about it.
Of course.
But I would have to place you in handcuffs in the back of my car.
To walk out? Can I walk to your car and then you put me in?
Yeah, we can do that.
Is that okay?
Just like you don't run away or anything
Oh.
like that. We have to. I have to say it because we've had brothers before.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
Of course, yeah.
All right, you ready?
obviously, my car is right there. I'm doing it as discretional as possible.
Maybe we can go on the front side. Just, I know all my coworkers are doing it. So.
Yeah. If you want to walk with her to that red car, you can go behind the red car. Right now is
This is the moment.
This is the moment where we unfortunately
And
go
then
in.
through this moment,
You've
you
been really
can-
cooperative. I'm not going to handcuff you in the back or handcuff you in the front. It's policy I have to handcuff you. So
Whatever, I don't want to.
yeah, so you sit down and handcuff you in the front, and then I'll take you to jail, and you literally just get booked process, and you're going to give the opportunity to call the bondsman or have your husband or
I can
somebody
call him and
yeah,
he-
yep, and then he can work on that. And then
How do you know how much it is?
it'll populate in mine, but they should tell you.
Oh,
too,
they'll
though.
tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, how do you know?
Yeah. All right, go ahead. No weapons on you. Sorry, my bag is right there. Let's move it. My windows are pretty tinted, so no one should be able to see anything. So
It's going to be hot in here too, sorry.
Hey, she said, "How do you know how much it is?" She thought she could come a couple more times and still. Yeah, bitch.
Oh,
They count
shit.
taxes too. You went over.
Oh shit.
All right. So people say 905 Chromeland Nino says the perfect example of you didn't get away. You got away this time. They will build a case against you until it is grand theft, even though you kept it under $500 every time, but you went there 10 times. Afro Endermon said, "I don't want to embarrass you. Must be nice." I guess that's Trendsetter 1913. Wow, this is so nice. I would have been slammed and embarrassed in front of everyone. Okay. So, Ma, you sent this to us.
Yeah. General thoughts.
Look, man. Hey, somebody said it in the way, because I'm not the first, but I read it. Like, they gave Dylan Roof like a sandwich or some shit. You know what I'm saying? After just killing 9 black people at church.
Oh
This is light work. I mean, of course shit like this happens. He just killed somebody and they give him a sandwich and food.
Oh shit.
So I mean, it's not surprising at the end of the day. You know.
Bro.
I think a lot of people don't understand how it works as far as like these stores, Target and Walmart and stuff like that. They'll let you keep stealing and they're keeping tally. People don't understand, like, your face is already in there. Oh, such and such is stealing. I think Will Hill talked about it, right? We talked about it on the show before. But they'll let you keep stealing and then you hit a certain number, which is the grand larceny number. I forget the amount. And then that becomes a felony. So, and she looked like she got some money. Like, some people just like to steal.
Shit. Oh my God.
That's all I got. You muted, Space. You muted, Spaces.
You muted.
I thought it was crazy how she tried to act like she tried to act oblivious about it.
Oh my God. You caught me.
I mean, she tried to act oblivious about it and then tried to keep asking questions, like trying to play the innocence role all the way until the end. I guess
she
it's
never said she didn't do it. She said, how do you know?
She tried to play the innocence role all the way until the end, and she got caught. Like they said, they were clearly building a case against her, which it actually reminds me of, what happens in a lot of workplaces. Like you'll be doing something, and you will think that you're getting away with it, and next thing you know, you're getting in trouble one way or the other. It depending on how bad it is, they may fire you on the spot, or they may issue you a write up to really let you know that they're watching you. But they built up a case against her, and then just dropped it on her all at once. So she got what she deserved. Unlike what Be Humble thinks.
Hey, I'm with Be Humble. She innocent. Let that white lady go, man. You
go ahead,
man. For them not to handcuff her, walk her out, let her sit in the back of the car, handcuff her in the front. Do you know it's against all police policies to handcuff people in the front and bring them in that way? See, but we'll say, oh, racism don't exist, though. Ain't never, bro. Dog, this shit was hilarious to me on all accounts. For you to talk to her, say, I'm not going to arrest you because I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to walk you out. We're going to walk to my car. Don't run. Then we're going to place you in the back of the car. Let you sit on there. We ain't tell you not to bump your head or nothing. And I know everybody know about that who's been in, whatever. Say, motherfucker tell you don't watch your head, but then they bang your shit against the back of the car. You feel me?
Mm.
Then she handcuffed her in the front and like everything was cool and copacetic, right? But we'll sit up here and we'll say, just do what the cop says, just do it. Just do it. Just do what the cop says. But look we got shit like this, though. Hey, man, this is America, right? It is what
I figured that's where you were going with it. And I should have pulled it up, but I'll show you another video where I can make a compilation. I can make an hours-long compilation of interactions where police officers pull black people over, and it did not end in something violent. In fact, I can make a compilation of police officers letting black people go because they just complied with the situation and didn't cause a problem.
Who said it ever didn't? When did I ever say? Hold your horses. When did I ever say everyone ends in that? See, you think, no, hold on, let me finish. You sitting up here, you thinking we're against the police. When every time I always say is, it needs to be consequences when they do something wrong. I've said that plenty of times on this pod. I've never said every cop was bad. Me and Jerry Day never said that not once. Am I wrong, Jerry Day?
No, I like cops, man.
Okay,
Shout out to cops.
then point exactly. I don't want to mention this, but the other day, Saturday, Jerry Day, what did I say?
Oh yeah. I remember what
You remember what I said, right?
Yeah.
Can't mention it on here, but I'm just saying. I've never said every cop interaction or nothing like that. What I'm complaining about is when they do something wrong, they need to be held accountable, and they need to go with the same laws that we go through too. When they falsify shit, when they do shit that shouldn't be done as officers, you have somebody's life in your hands. You should not be able to get away with shit just because you're a cop. And I'm going to pause my mic and I'm going to let you finish and say whatever you want to say. I'm not going to interrupt. But that's what I mean.
What you did was you tried to present this. What you said, we say racism doesn't exist, and because you mentioned that, that made me go to that made me continue the conversation and the comparison of what happens when it comes to police interactions with white people, police interactions with black people. Now, I never posed it to say that you did or didn't say one thing or the next, but I just knew that this is where you were going with this, with sending this, because I'm just thinking about previous conversations that we've had. And that's why I mentioned I can make a whole hours long compilation of interactions that where black people were pulled over by the police, and it did not end in anything crazy. So that's all I'm saying. Outside of that, I'm not implying anything else. I think I can even make a compilation of videos where the person that was pulled over was a black person. They were violent with the police, and it still ended up with nothing bad happening to the person that was pulled over. We like to play, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I'm speaking generally when I say this. People like to play this, all interactions or too many interactions or a lot of interactions with black people and police end in violence and all that stuff. A lot of them do. I won't deny that. I'm not denying that whatsoever. But nobody really talks about the interactions that don't end in violence. We even touched on this subject before when I couldn't pull up the stat because that aspect of the conversation I didn't know it was going in that direction. But more interactions with white people and the police end in violence than black people. So I'm saying, like, what? I don't know. Like Jay, they said, I'm cool with the police. When I've been in situations with the police where I just chilled and I complied with the situation, and because I believe, and it didn't specify with them, but they could have given me a ticket, they could have potentially taken me to jail, and because I was just chilling the situation and I complied, and ended in a favorable way for me.
And you
Okay.
guys talk about real quick. You guys like your numbers like raw numbers. You like percentages. You like per capita. What is it?
It don't matter. Numbers would be per capita, I guess. You go per capita.
Per capita, right? So, because a lot of times when I bring it to the welfare thing is, well, they'll say because we can say, well, more white people are on welfare than black people, right? And white people's retort to that would be, well, per capita is more black people on welfare, right? That, that's their retort to it. So even in this situation, and don't get me wrong, most incidents with the police, or when you get into it with the police or whatever, you get pulled over, it should end like at least neutrally, right? It's like going to a restaurant. Like most people aren't gonna leave a review as far as something positive, right? But the bad reviews and stuff like
Man,
that,
just
people
take my
leave
shit.
bad reviews. You know what I mean? And that so what I'm saying is per capita, black people do have a higher incidence with police. Right. I've been pulled over by the police numerous times, right? Um, sometimes my own, right? I've always been pleasant with the police because obviously I'm trying to get up out of a ticket for whatever it is. However, like I said, I've probably been pulled over at least 50 times in my life, right? It's not mean I was speeding or just whatever it was. Like, but I've had 3 incidents where it definitely wasn't my fault. Where, I've been searched and I've had the gun pulled out on me. I've been searched like 3 other times. So, and those incidents, they stick out to me. So for me, as far as the police, uh, and my dealings, are they okay? Sure. I mean, shit going down. I'm calling the police. I'm still, because that's their job and that's what we pay taxes for them to do. But real quick, I just also wanted to say is this is the kind of the issue here is that you have all these different police agencies and the way that they interact seems like it's different in Oak Park versus how it's I'm just using these suburbs, but it's different in Oak Park versus how they treat you in the city versus how they treat you in Hoffman Estates. Like I think really it should be some type of policy across the board, don't matter where you're going. You see what I'm saying? If you're in Vermont and this is how you should be treated versus if you're in Illinois or when you're in Washington State or Washington D.C. It doesn't matter. This is how you should be treated. It should be a base. You know what I mean? So you step out of line or whatever, then whatever charges or whatever should be brought up. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it should be some type of base. And it just seems like it's too much leeway depending on like how the cops feeling that day. Or you know what I mean? Like if the citizen has certain rights where they don't have to, if the citizens have certain rights where they don't have to comply, right? Then cool, they don't have to comply.
That's a fact. I'm with you on that.
Nah, man, nah. It was the car in front of me.
Yeah, and I think that's. Go ahead, Mo.
I want to get back to what Spacer said, though, right? Because I've been holding on to this. Because you said verbatim, you said everybody always talk about the bad things when it happens to cops, right? But ain't that the same thing everybody do when it comes to black people? Don't nobody say nothing about the good things that black people have, right? Don't nobody ever put the good things that when they have with black every day. One of the only people I heard say, he went to a black establishment. There wasn't no bonnets or no motherfuckers with no and stuff on in the cigar lounge. But when it comes to this internet thing and when it comes to us, everybody put all the bad things about us on here.
I think, a lot of black people give them the fuel to do that.
What? So a lot of cops don't give them the fuel to do that?
I think, one of the things that I think when it comes to these conversations is I have yet to hear anybody talk about interaction with the police that did not end in violence. However, I do hear about people emphasizing good things that happened with black people.
Okay, brother. Okay, you just heard me say I can't mention a thing that happened to me Saturday, and it was with a cop, and it ended very good. I've said a plenty of times where I've had interactions with cops, and they've been good, straight good. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say this one. I'm coming down my block, coming in my thing, right? I'm a concealed carry holder. The dude, the cop pulled me over. He come to the car. Your license and registration. I tell him, I'm a concealed carry holder. I just wanted to know whatever, blah, blah, blah. The man said to me verbatim, I'm glad you told me that. I say, do you want me to do anything? He say, no, because if you was going to do something bad or anything with me, you would never told me you had a concealed carry or nothing like that. You would have just got active. I say, thank you. You got some common sense. I gave him everything we need. He said, system down, go on about your business, slow down or whatever. Have a nice day. I have multiple of them. But I also have multiple where, like Jerry Day said, you feel the cold steel from a gun when I'm a law-abiding citizen on the side of my temple from a cop. I've never had no gun pulled out on me by no black person. I've never been robbed by no black person. Or none of that. So I'm with you. Cops do have good interactions with people. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when they do something bad, they should be punished at the same rate as regular everyday citizens. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I've never disagreed with that. And that's what I think is the overall, like, people think I have this, and you've even said it on this podcast, that I've never said that certain people have ever done anything wrong and all this stuff. Of course, if somebody violates and does something against the rules or whatever they're doing, if a police violates and does too much and ends up unjustly killing somebody or whatever, of course, that's obvious. Now, what you said just now about, like, there are some interactions with the police that actually go well for Black people in particular, because that's the conversation we're having. That's the first time I've ever heard you say that.
You was a goddamn lie, bro. And if you say that again, I'm finna go ahead and just go ahead and sign out. You a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie, because I done told that story plenty of times on here, bro. You capping now. You straight up, you done heard me say that in person and everything. You capping, bro.
Okay.
Every day, you ain't never heard that story before, every day on here?
I heard the story before. I do
Thank you
recall.
very much. So you it's cap. You just didn't want to believe what I just said. That's all. But I ain't gonna never sit up here and say that I had every situation. But man, almost, bro, boy. Hey man, go ahead, bro.
Hey man, it's whatever you choose to do is on you. But I'm just saying that I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh wow. Because all the situation involving police that I've seen you send is it's been
okay. So since you want to go there, you want to say that, let's go ahead and get there. Every interaction I hear what you say with Black people is always bad. I ain't never heard you say no good interaction with Black people. Are you saying that just to be? I ain't no saying that. Everybody in the goddamn comments will go by the same thing.
Just to be the opposite of me?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You're absolutely wrong. You ain't even listening to what I'm saying. You interrupted me 5 words into what it is that I'm saying.
Because you're saying that. Because I'm saying
you are wrong. You are absolutely wrong.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Hey, tell both of y'all. Tell you this. Don't even worry about it. Let's move on to the next subject.
Yeah, let's go to the next subject, bro.
We can agree to this. It don't even matter. It ain't even that big of a deal.
It's cool. Let's see here. Shoot. I thought I just had it up. Oh, I guess I didn't have it up. God dang. 1 second. My fault, y'all. Shoot, God dang it. I'll just play it this way. All right. So in the connection to this conversation that we're having, I guess maybe I should play this particular one. But this is another something that Maul sent to us. Let's check it out.
No, all right.
Yeah, what's your reason to stop him? You ain't even got no reason to stopping him, bro. Hey, yo, walk off, Trey. I'm hit the alley, yo. Go ahead, Trey. Walk off, yo. He beating. You ain't even got no reason to stop him. Hey, yo, what the fuck? You gonna hit him with the car? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Yo, hell no, yo. Hey, yo. Come back this way, yo. Yo, beating, bro. That's his dumb ass. Dumb ass. Fucking dummy. Dumb ass, you dumb as shit. You dumb as shit. You crashing and all that. You really crashing out, bro. Go ahead, dumbass. You really crashing out, bro. You crashed his car and all that, bro. You really trying to hit my mind, bro. What the fuck? You Who really try to hit bro with the car, dog? Like, oh, hell no.
Damn, Baltimore.
All right. So Cultivate said, I seen this one. Desiree said, yeah, he really tried it. Kamal, this this clip is crazy. Bro think it's
What
GCA
is
for
happening
real.
in Amsterdam?
Huh?
So what is happening in Amsterdam?
I don't know. I
Amsterdam.
don't know.
That's Baltimore. Baltimore. You remember in the wire? Yeah, Amsterdam.
Yeah, I remember Amsterdam for sure. Yeah.
Hey,
Desiree
my
said that's where I'm
Baltimore
from.
people, man. I didn't feel y'all in here. It was in part. Okay.
I think Desiree. She said that's where I'm from.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I've talked to Desiree. She definitely has the you.
Oh, you say you?
Absolutely. Be humble being this. Come on. So you new to the stream, but I'll fill you in. Be humble is a dedicated troll, specifically to me. So so you have to kind of look out for the sarcasm. He's definitely being sarcastic or trolling for sure. All right, Ma, you sent this to us.
They say the cop got suspended. Do you think suspension is enough for that, what he just did?
Absolutely not. Nigga need to be fired. The fuck you hitting somebody with the Convo? And I mean, there's no reason. Then you ain't even had a siren on when you did it. I don't think I ain't hit shit. You know what I mean? So you just out here running and hitting people. Nope. You need to be fired.
So you
And
wouldn't even
then
have the siren on when you did it. So
yeah,
the
and then
siren
you
would have
come
made a
look.
difference.
Well, apparently the siren actually makes a difference for a lot of shit, right? So, say for instance, you're driving, right, and the police was speeding, trying to catch somebody and hit you. He didn't have the siren on.
Oh, the
He's
city
at
paid for that.
fault,
Yeah, the city paid for that.
right? He has the siren on, but you didn't see him, and
Yeah,
he hit you, nigga.
yeah.
You at fault.
Yeah, you had left
The
fault. Yeah.
si- Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I was just kind of more so making light of that. But in
Okay.
general, like, yeah, bro, because at the end of the day, this could also turn into some type of lawsuit, right? And then it could turn into some type of lawsuit. Then who's at fault for this? Well, who's gonna have to pay for this? Taxpayers, right? Because police go out here and a lot of them make a lot of silly ass mistakes, and this ain't even no mistake because he was doing it purposely, right? They're making silly decisions, dumbass decisions, and it's costing taxpayers money. You get this shit all the time, especially it seems like particularly in black areas. I'm not gonna like black cities where you get a lot of these cops that not really. I don't know if the motherfuckers are scared, but he couldn't have been scared in that situation. But they make these bonehead ass decisions, end up killing or hurting somebody, and then all of a sudden now it's $2 million lawsuit that taxpayers have to pay. No dumb shit. They don't do this shit in the suburbs, clearly.
Go ahead, Ma. I know you asked a question, but I'm looking some stuff up.
No,
Oh,
go
real
ahead.
quick too, Ma. Real quick. Y'all remember what's my man who got shot, the police officer who killed that young boy over there on Pulaski? Y'all remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, Pulaski.
On Pulaski, he pulled up like the police already hit the little young boy, he's like 15. And the guy that pulled up the officer, he pulls up and he hops out the car just shooting. Shot the boy
Okay, I
like
think I
15
remember what.
times.
Yeah.
Right there at the Burger King, right there off 55
Okay.
and
You talking
on
about
Pulaski.
is this a recent situation or no?
No, it's a few years ago. This could have been when what's her name was in office.
It sounds like Laquan McDonald.
Yeah. Now he got 15 years for that, but what I'm saying is that follows up with you get 15 years, but that follows up with a lawsuit. Why the fuck are you even doing that? Like why the fuck would you even do that? Like to me, not only should you should get maximum time in prison, right? But then now taxpayers have to carry that burden because we had a fucking bonehead on the job like you. So you wonder why your city's in so much goddamn debt. They're paying lawsuits up the ass. No Diddy.
Desiree said, if you look, there is a gas station and it's known for having so many YNs who are disrespectful. Still think that the cop was wrong, but just painting a picture of the area.
Yeah. You get a lot of young YNs that's disrespectful, but he could have. He's a civil servant. He could have just hopped in his whip or called for backup. Do what you need to do.
Or remember his face and get him later. But you trying to hit him? That's attempted. That's what is it called? Attempted vehicle homicide or something? What is it called? It's called what is it called? Is it
It's definitely attempted something.
homicide, right? I think what it's called.
Definitely something. Yeah.
No, like suspended, nigga. That's a joke. Suspended with pay too.
With pay.
Yeah, and you wonder why some of the people be feeling the way that some of they be feeling when people out here doing shit like that. But then you wonder why, you got the thing about it when it come to cops and stuff like that. You wonder why. You doing like, and then like you got to look at it like this. What if we were back in the day when there wasn't no cameras and we wasn't able to see that? You got to look at from back in the day before we had all this body camera footage, before we had all this stuff, when people was always saying they was beating our ass, they was doing all this, they was doing all that, and we had no footage and no proof of how many stories or how many things get swept under the radar because it wasn't no proof. You got to look at stuff like that too. And then you wonder why people feel the way they feel about cops. And we can sit up here and say, and we can turn it into a black and white thing all you want to, but some of the people that hate the cops the most are white folks.
And they will blow
They
up the
really
police.
go out there and hunt a cop down and try to kill him or something like that. See, we're not going to do that. They will, though. But suspended, that's crazy and that's a joke. And then you wonder why people feel the way they feel about cops. Suspended with pay, that's like, bro, telling you we can kill you and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the description of. Let me pull it. So I pulled this up because there's a whole lot of context missing. Like what is going on here? We just call what videos are good for is catching the incident as it happened as opposed to what led up to it. So I had to look up more information about it because I'm like, what is going on here?
I saw a person walking away.
I needed more context.
So you need to tell me you needed more context.
I'm in the middle of my explanation. Please
trying to run somebody down with a car, bro? Are you for real?
I'm giving explanation as to what my thoughts were. So give me a second. So I was like, what is this? What is going on? I didn't know what was going on. We just saw the video. I'm like, what is the context? That's what I asked for in almost every single video.
No, you don't. Quit the cap. Because you brought something on here about the Democrats. You ain't getting no explanation and you put it up there.
Ain't so nobody, what did I bring up about the Democrats?
I'm tired of you because you be sitting over here lying, bro.
What did I bring up about the Democrats?
You straight lying. Go ahead, bro.
What did I bring up about the Democrats?
Go ahead.
What did I bring up about the Democrats? I ain't said nothing about Democrats today.
And with the half truth, I didn't say today. I said you have. Have mean past tense, mean you did it previously. You bring stuff on here with have context. You don't have context about that, but you need context. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Then even in that conversation, I was trying to find the context. Yes or no? Right. Like I said, I'm trying to find context. So I just Googled, is it ever okay? Hold on, let me pull it up. And that's what thank you, Desiree. I'm trying to the context that I was finding because like I said, we just saw a video of the interaction as it happened. We don't know what led up to it. We don't know what the interaction between the police were. So I just did this. I just typed in, is it ever okay for a police to hit someone with a car? So they said yes, a police officer may use their vehicle to hit a person, but only if the situation legally justifies the use of deadly force. This typically occurs when a person poses an imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury to the officer or the public, and no other reasonable, less lethal alternatives are available. So I mean, obviously it goes into more specifics about what imminent danger is and all that stuff. So just off the strength of that, I'm like, this dude is all the way in the wrong. Oh, what? Spacey said the police are wrong? Yeah, the police are wrong in this because according to what we saw in this video, there was no particular immediate danger to the public or to the police officer. So only a suspension, and I don't see any. I would need to look more into it, but I don't whether pay suspended with pay or without pay. Maul said is with pay. No, he's just he definitely shouldn't be getting paid while he's off. He's absolutely wrong. There was no particular immediate danger with to him. The according to this story, let me pull it up. What it says on the Instagram page. It says, hold on. It says, neighbor, this one is wild. A Baltimore officer has been suspended after a viral video showed him allegedly trying to run over a man with his patrol car. According to WBAL TV 11, the video shows the officer in a marked police car speeding through an alley while chasing a man on foot. The man who recorded the video, Slick Brown, said he and his friends were hanging out along the Wiley venue in Park Heights when the officer told them to move. Brown said to the group, Brown said the group did move, but the officer came back. He said the officer told one of his friends to come here for no reason. When the man said no and walked away, the officer jumped back in his car and started chasing him down full speed. Brown said it looked like the officer was trying to hit him. The man who was almost hit said he is okay, but has a sore knee. Baltimore police confirmed the officer has been suspended while internal affairs investigates. Police Commissioner Richard Worley said the video is disturbing and alarming. He said it does not reflect the department's values. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott and State's Attorney Ivan Bates also called the video deeply disturbing. They both said a full investigation is underway. So, judging off of that information, yeah, I have no reason to believe that he is right and should still have his job or should still be getting paid. Let's see here. Let's see my name a lot in the comments. Let's see here. Let's see here. Kamal said, no, the white activity was from the cop. Desiree said, to Kamal, I wholeheartedly agree, just describing the exact area they're in. Let's see. Desiree said, yeah, they gave that man paid vacation. That's a good way to look at it. LOL, more context. That's if you watch previous videos, bro, whatever situation I've said multiple times on this podcast, I need more context. So Desiree said, I want to hear the context. That was what I just showed, and what I just read was the context. Good enough that I can come to a reasonable thought process about it. Kamal said, Spaces, you got to make a shirt saying I need more context. You know what? Hold on. I got you. I definitely would do that, though. Bro's walking away. The cop is wrong. He shouldn't be getting paid. The homo says Spaces can't bring himself to say anything about the police unless it's in defense. Spaces hasn't seen what's happened to Officer Tatum. Oh, I didn't put that up. Oh, did Spaces just say that the police were wrong? You're wrong, be humble. Desiree said they usually do suspend officers with pay, IDKY. I would like to talk to a police officer about that some way, somehow. Because the first thing that comes to mind about that for me is something having to do with police being a union. And from what I understand about unions, they fight as best they possibly can to keep their employees. So, like, I've seen it on multiple times where an employee is an awful, terrible employee to the company, but they keep their job because somehow, some way through the union, they have a union rep to defend them.
Depends on the union.
But go ahead, y'all. What y'all got on it?
No, just to that, I said it depends on the union. 'Cause a lot of the unions ain't shit. But you do have, of course, you're gonna have the fraternal order of police and stuff like that. So those guys are, the local police union. Of course, they're gonna fight for theirs. But I mean, to me, it is personally, I mean, certain things I do need context for, right? If I can't come to a good conclusion. But for me, like the urgency of the cop clearly told me that he wasn't a threat. He was walking away and to, hit anybody who's walking away. So I mean, for me, that was kind of common sense there. But it is what it is.
Mo, you got anything else you want to?
I'm cool.
My father, you
Oh
were
no,
breaking
no,
up.
I'm
I'm
not
cool.
quiet. I'm just
I'm cool.
not quiet.
Then I don't know. Cultivate, they're not quiet. What you mean? Let's see here. All right, let me pull this next one up. All right, with us. Share this with two people. Let them know your favorite After Church podcast is live. We're having some good conversations over here. This is something that came across. I wanted to get the guys' thoughts about it. Apparently, I forget where. Unfortunately, I apologize for that. Oh, Dallas. It says it here. Dallas, a principal, was removed from her position because she set some black kids aside and started talking to them about their test scores as it pertains to how it's affecting the overall test scores for the school and themselves, I suppose. But let's check it out.
Of Woodrow Wilson High School after she called a meeting inviting only black students to discuss their academic performance.
And the parent of one student in that meeting told us that she found the meeting offensive. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live now with more. Stephen.
Woodrow Wilson parents we spoke to say that they feel like their black students were being singled out for the school having a B rating. Now, it's important to note that in the prior review, the school actually had a C rating. With the principal removed, some parents still want more answers from the district.
The principal stated that they are the reason for the B rating, and not in like a, oh, you guys help uplift the grade. It's you all's fault that we're not an A school.
That's how one parent interpreted Principal Chandra Hooper Barnett's message to her son, a 10th grade honor student. Jennifer, who is the mother, did not want to use her last name. She told me that her son and the other black students were pulled out of class for this meeting.
It was like responsibility placed on students versus administrators saying, hey, we're going to do this.
The principal, who was also black, later acknowledged that the meeting was not appropriate, and in a letter to parents, she told them, I take full ownership and responsibility for what occurred, and I want to assure you that it was never my intent to single out or cause harm to any group of students. Monday, Dallas ISD sent a letter to parents saying Hooper Barnett had been removed after 3 years of leading Woodrow Wilson, telling parents Danielle Peters is the new interim principal. Dallas ISD did not directly address the content of the meeting, which is still under review. While some parents are happy about Hooper Barnett being removed, they still want more answers.
I am happy that the district has moved swiftly and tried to get this resolved, but I also want them to hold a town hall meeting with the parents to talk to us and to provide transparency and facts versus rumors and word of mouth and hearsay.
Now, it's unclear if Hooper Barnett will just be reassigned to another school, but I'm told that she is still with the district, according to sources. It is also important to know that Hooper Barnett was named one of the principals of the year last year.
All right, Stephen Dow, right across the street from Woodrow Wilson. Stephen, thank you.
All right. So my question to you guys: what are your general thoughts, if you have any in particular?
I guess it's good to have more context, right, Space? So since we're here, what's the percentage of the school? Like, what percentage of the school is black? So if you can probably Google that, then we can probably get a school rating. I think they said the school rating was a C last year, and it's a B this year. Because if we have a low percentage of black people who've been going to that school, then I'm trying to figure out how do we blame it on the black folk or the black children. To my knowledge, that's not really probably a good high school anyway. So, I think you muted, Ma.
What? Oh, he said they already got an A with the new principal. So it was the principal?
Oh, okay. So it wasn't the students.
It was the principal?
Okay. But what's the percentage of the? I'm curious. What percentage of the student body is black?
I'm working on pulling it up right now. Let's see.
I think it's Woodrow Wilson High School, Dallas, Texas.
Oh, that might be why I put in. Let's see.
And even then, you know, I'd say that's not a conversation that you would have with just the students alone.
Wouldn't you have that with your staff, though? Wouldn't you have that with the staff to get
you would have
better
it with
curriculum?
the staff. You would have the teachers there. You want to talk to the kids. You had their parents there too.
That's what I was going to say too. Wouldn't you have it with their parents too?
Right. I mean, damn, don't you people got master's degrees? The fuck wrong with y'all? Like, fucking slow. Come on, man. Probably, isn't she a doctor? Did I hear doctorate? No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm jumping.
Let's see here. So it says Woodrow Wilson Middle School, Dallas, Texas, is a public school with diverse student body. Its racial demographics are approximately 59.2 Hispanic, 31.2% white, 6.8 African American, 0.9 Asian, 1.72 or more races, 0.2 American Indian, and 1.1 Pacific Islander.
So it's roughly 7% black, and it was black people fault. School mostly Hispanic, and you know what I'm saying? It's black. All right, man.
They are already in A school with the new principal. I don't think this will be a conversation, a media conversation if it was an A school. I think it was, they were seeing, they got up to a B.
Yeah, it said the previous score was a C, I believe.
Right.
And then this year they're B. And she called a meeting with the black kids to say, you're the reason why we're not in A.
Oh, Rob, you said that, so they got mad because the principal pointed out the obvious. What do you elaborate on that for me? Give me a little bit more context. Desiree said, you can't tell these kids nothing. Be Humble said, I was joking. They got a white principal. Desiree said, this just happened. How did they already become a high school that fast? Rob, PTA meetings. PTA meetings. Desiree, yes, I believe she is a doctor. Okay.
Yeah, well, I think she could go ahead and yeah, this year was a turnaround. It moved from a C to a B. Like, what do we? So I mean, again, this is 6%. Black people represent 6. The black student body represents 6% of the student population. So 6 to 7% was what, 6.8, 6.9%.
Yeah,
7% of the student body. You mean to tell me they're the reason why you're not an A? So then they can't be the reason why you're not. They can't be the reason why you're a B.
Okay. Ma, you spoke a little bit. What are your thoughts?
I'm like on the same sentiment of like,
why she was Mr. Clark? You smoke crack, don't you?
Thought she was Mr. Clark. But I'm on the same sentiment of why not have a meeting with your staff, with the teachers, to see if we can get the test scores up or something like that. Why go directly to the students? You know, when you come at students like that, the story gonna get mixed and construed all type of ways. So why not have a meeting with their parents? Or first of all, let's have a meeting with my staff to see why our scores are so low. They the teachers, they know what's going on in the classrooms. So why go to have a meeting with the students? That's kind of crazy and stupid to me.
Let's see. I'm curious to know what people said. Let's see. I'm glad I retired from education. Hold on, let me actually make this. All right. This person said, "I'm glad I retired from education. It has become a swamp, just like Washington D.C. As long as speaking the truth is considered racism, there will be no truth. She cared enough to say it. What the f is wrong with that? These are uncomfortable conversations we should be having. Calling out ignorance isn't racist. No one likes to hear the truth. Apparently, she may be right. Not the state of no child left behind. The principal doesn't stand a chance. They used to be meeting with the parents who had children that were underperforming. It was called quarterly parent and teacher PTA. That's what Rob just said. Time for black accountability. I never heard that. We're always so angry whenever someone points out our shortcomings. Okay. My thoughts. I think there was just like a lot of videos that we see. There's a whole lot of more questions to ask. Like to the effect of what Maul said. She said, he said, why didn't she have conversations with the teachers? Or shouldn't you have, is what he said. Shouldn't you have these conversations with the teachers? I don't know whether she did or Spaces don't know whether she did or didn't. I would hope that she did. I would hope that she did have these conversations with the teachers first, because the teachers teach the students. So it's kind of like to an extent, a child is the behavior of a child is a reflection of their parenting. The grades of a student is a reflection of the teacher. I think it is definitely an improvement to go from a C school to a B school, and that was where my question lied. Was it because of her? I didn't see how long she had been the principal at the school.
Take 3 years.
Huh?
Take 3 years.
Oh, 3. Okay, 3 years. So then, in that 3 years, in her 3 years of being there, it went from a C school to a B school under her being the principal, right? Is that?
Yeah, it happened under her being the principal.
So I mean, whatever she did, whatever she's doing different was clearly effective. When I watched this, I had one question in my head in particular. Was okay. I had a few different thoughts. Let me say it this way. This sounds to me like a Coach Carter moment, when Coach Carter was on. Even you can even say on the drum line, where it was like he in drumline, he said, "Don't give me the edutainment speech." He said we got to learn and be scholars of they got to know what they're talking about in school. They got to get their education first, then entertain, then be basketball players. And then I was like, okay, I was thinking that it's good that a black woman is speaking to black kids in particular. I also had, like what's been said, I did also have the question, like, okay, how much of their scores, and I would imagine maybe like Maul said, she had the test scores available to her, so she saw it. I'll be curious to know what her overall approach to this was. Was it just, okay, you guys are all A students, we got one B student, and the B student is dragging it all down? Or was it something else? So I just had, I think I would, but I also wondered, how would people react if it was a white woman or a white principal that singled out the black kids? How would people react? I was also, and third thought was, obviously with what Rob said, the parent teacher conferences and all that stuff. I don't hear about that happening at all. Before it stopped happening, I remember teachers talking about there being a low turnout for those events. I guess maybe still have them regardless, at least have the invitation available. But what was the overall approach? Was this like
It's
the
it's it's not
students
it's
did
really
this
not
one
no
time?
it's really not no PTA meeting no more because they do a lot of things on Zoom since pandemic. So you can just like set up an appointment. It's like you can do either or. You can go in the school and do the PTA meetings or whatever you want to do, or you can just do where they have the teachers off. So you set appointments to where you want to do it. If you want to do it at home on the computer through Zoom, or you want to come to the school. So you can do either or now.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, especially with the introduction of Zoom during the pandemic. So I just had a lot of questions that ultimately I was thinking like, to me, I took this as her being concerned more than trying to single out. I think it was right intention, maybe not the best method, is what my long diatribe was about.
I think that the black students couldn't have been the only ones underperforming. If, like I said, if it's 7% of the student body, couldn't have been the only. So it would only make sense that everybody who wasn't, doing well, you bring everyone down there. You address everyone who wasn't doing well. Otherwise, it does look like you're singling out black kids. That's what they said. Now, um, one of the parents, she said that her child was he's on the honor roll or something like that. She's on the honor roll. So clearly, every child isn't a failing student. And like I said, I just can't see how 7% is bringing you down all the way to at least the C. And you've been recently brought up to a B standard. But but she admitted, she said she was wrong. So that's that.
But ain't it the same thing as like I'm gonna go piggyback on what you said, right? When somebody's doing something wrong at work, they don't just signal out that person. They have a meeting.
Right.
We have training.
Mhm.
So hey, everybody gonna do this. We're gonna tell everybody about this. Now you do it again. Now we're gonna signal out you because you did it again. But the first
Right.
time it's like, we have a meeting or we have a work group meeting or whatever, like the case, right? But like
Mhm.
you say, you should have just called everybody down to the auditorium and have a good meeting while we on the stage. We talking to all the teachers and talking about everybody.
Right.
Well, I don't disagree with what you're saying about that, Maul. My thought process to that is, did she do that or didn't she?
What you mean?
Like, did she already Be Humble said she should have called their parents. No
Yeah.
parents have, to my knowledge, no parents have came out and said that the principal tried to reach out to them. So if we go just off of that, then we can say that the principal did not reach out to their parents. But
it'll be an email anyway.
I don't know. Huh?
It'll be an email anyway, though.
I agree. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no call. It'd be an email. So if they ain't getting their kid emails, because I know I'm just going based off. I have a teenage son. He's in high school. I know Jerry Day can concur to me this. You get emails all day about if a motherfucker ain't in class, if they failing in their classroom work. All this stuff come to your phone. We even got nowadays, it's even an app. I can go on there and contact my son teachers at any time to get a meeting with them. So I'm just going by everything of what I'm going through right now. My son in high school.
Okay, got you. And again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just asking questions.
Okay.
Not to you, but I'm asking general questions.
Okay.
Is that it's possible? Is that available to this school?
I think it should be. It should be available. I think it's available to all school after this pandemic stuff happened. They start going to all these like apps and everything like that. I would be shocked if it's not.
Be Humble said this is about test scores and not grades. And that makes it even more interesting because if it's about test scores, there's nothing to me, having a meeting with the children right then, there's nothing to test. Having a meeting with them is going to raise the test scores next time. It's not going to happen. That's shit that you've learned throughout the years. So
And,
either they learned it or they didn't.
and also, too, they can know everything. They just be bad test scores. I know if y'all have heard of that, and we know about that.
Yeah, some people are
You can
bad
be the
test
smartest
takers.
kid in the school. Yeah, you can be a bad test taker.
Yeah. Again, I'm not disagreeing. I took this as kind of a, to me, I looked at it as, I didn't look at it as much about as singling the black kids out as much as I took it as a black woman showing genuine concern about the black students in the school. I like the fact that she was showing concern, and it's tough to when I. Man, I just took it as her in this particular situation. I took it as her showing genuine concern in the same way that, you know, like I said before, a Coach Carter would. And I think most people push back on this, and I'm not specifying this to you guys. Most people push back on this because it was the black kids specifically, and people may have an argument in that regard. Me, I'm looking at it as, I personally, people in this case, people that aren't black aren't my first concern. People that are black are my first concern. So
I'll
Nancy
also
was trying
add.
to get an award. I mean, I think this is I
Yeah.
think, to me, she seemed pretty comfortable in doing this. I would think that this is a method, something that she's tried before. I don't know what the full-on process was, but I would imagine that she tested this out before, and this is the first time that she did that, because she's been at this school for 3 years, and it went from a C school to a B school.
So you're
Right,
saying
but you also could have had a different group. You had one group maybe that graduated, so you had a group of kids to come in. You know what I mean? Just better. To me, addressing the kids right then and there, you have to address the system. When it comes to test taking, you have to address the system, because what they learned right there, what's like, okay, you're a senior in high school, okay, and she's addressing you as far as test taking. What good is that going to do for you?
you for graduate.
It's nothing, right? You have to address the system. You have to address these kids from junior high to elementary school. That whole system needs to be addressed on why these children aren't testing as well as they should be. You know what I mean? Yeah, could it be something as far as what's going on at home? Could it be what's as far as parenting? Could it be them not even sending homework to the kids anymore? Right? It's a litany of reasons. But what I'm saying is, just having this meeting with the children or whatever, having meetings with juniors and seniors, or what, or all the groups, right? You haven't addressed the root problem, because now it's just another kid who says, well, shit, I need to do better in the test, but I don't know how to do better in the test. If this is the No Child Left Behind, I've just been pushed right along. I don't know where I'm fucking up at. This is the system. So I think if you want to, but as Be Humble was saying, she's trying to win an award. So she's trying to boost her rating up. Obviously, she's in search for something else. She overstepped her boundary. That's a boundary that you overstep. If you were really interested, you would have talked to the parents. That's my opinion. And, like I said, I got 3 children. One's a senior in high school.
So let's entertain this idea. What if she did reach out to the parents?
I can't entertain it. I can't, because I'm only going off the information from what I got. I can't really, if she did or not, I can't. Maybe Maul can.
Well,
I get the email. I can't because I get the emails from my son when he fucking up or whatever like that, and I J down. So I can't. I don't know how that go. I'm only going by the parent I am now and what information I get and how is it going right now. How I would feel if this was my son and she pulled all us in, and my wife had to go up there, or I had to go up there because you pulled all the black kids in. Well, like you say, you got the demographic. Even if every black kid in that school fell in, it shouldn't have brought them scores down like that. 36% of the goddamn thing. That's still a 97. You still got 94 more. No, wait, It was 90. How much was 90? How much was the percent of blacks?
They 7%, just roughly 7%.
So we're gonna say we still got 93 more percent to go. So did they brought you down to a B like that for just them?
That's assuming everybody on the test.
I'm just
is 100. No, I see what you're saying.
We're just doing
right,
simple
that's
math.
what I'm saying. And that would be assuming that everybody's scoring 100 on the test, right?
Yeah, and I'm just doing simple math.
And we're assuming everybody else is scoring 100 on the test and everybody black scoring 0. That would at least get you, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, you got to bring everybody else in. Now,
that's a school thing. That's a school thing. That's when you, like you said, you bring everybody into the auditorium. You bring everybody to that meeting. You don't just bring and single out one group of people. Because I think everybody will feel the same way if she did Hispanics or she did Asians or she did anybody like that. You bring everybody in there.
Which is a point that I was trying to make. I think no matter what, this would have been some sort of racially charged thing. I think if you turn in one assignment and you get all answers right, that's 100%. If you turn in another assignment and you get 0 right, then you're at a 50%. F's weighs very heavily on grades, and it's tougher to. And I'm not saying that this is a reflection of black people in particular. I'm just talking about grades in general. F's weigh heavily on grades, and it's tougher to climb out of the realm of an F than it is to get an F. So I think I wonder, my question about this is, if I could ask her, I would ask her, was she planning on bringing the other groups of kids, having meetings with the other groups of kids as well?
Why not do them all together? I guess because it wouldn't. To me, it doesn't logically make sense that only the black children are underperforming here. If you were at a C before, let's start there. So if you was at a C before, it doesn't logically make sense that only the black ones were underperforming. So at 7% of the student body, that just mathematically, that doesn't make sense. So what I'm saying is, okay, we're gonna bring the black children over. We're gonna have a meeting with them, and then let's all have the meeting with the whites, and then let's have a meeting with the Hispanics. That to me doesn't make sense. Why not? If you're underperforming and we're serious about getting this thing rocking and rolling, then let's have a meeting with all the students that's underperforming as well as their parents. Because I don't want to take the parents out of this thing. It's just telling somebody you need to test better or it's not going to happen. Right. I think if we're talking about it takes a community to raise, well, also you're going to have the parents, you're going to have the teacher, the principal needs to be there, hell, the superintendent, all bodies need to be there. This is a system that these kids go through, right? I've been there, you've been there, right? We've all had to take these standardized testing, right? And you know what I'm saying? You do your best and eat breakfast and all that shit to do the best that you can. Some people don't turn out and do really good on the test. Some people just aren't test takers. Right, they homework people or whatever the fuck, right? But I think again, this is something that needs to be addressed as far as the system as a whole, and all that "No Child Left Behind" bullshit really does need to stop, because we can't address the issue that child may have. If he has a problem in reading, we can address that. We can catch that. Sometimes you might have to be held back, right? This is the problem that we have in this society, that, this whole people, maybe people, the bullying, right? They complain about people, getting bullied and shit like that because the child is getting left behind or didn't pass on to the next grade. But hey, this child needs extra help. This child needs extra help in math or reading or science or something. Right. But we can't keep just pushing these children right on along, and then they get up out of high school and then they don't know shit. Right.
Yeah.
And then they're even more frustrated, and not just, the world. They're more frustrated, the parents and the teachers and so on. Everybody's failing these kids.
Yeah. But I think I can go a little deeper. You got to just find out, because I always look at it like this. Every kid is not going to college. Every kid is not book smart. Every kid is not just giftedly. Like, that comes to everything we do in life. We're not just going to be. It's some things I might be great at every day you might not be good at. There's some things that you might be good at, I might not be good at. Vice versa, spaces. It might be a lot of things that you're good at that I'm not good at, but it might be a lot of things I'm good at that you. And that goes for children too. Sometimes children just be going to school just to get the shit over with because that's how they do. That's why we need to put trades and all this other shit back in the school so they can get some with their hands or something. Some kids are just good with their hands and seeing you break down something, put it back, and they learn like that. So we got to find out what these kids are really good at instead of just talking about test, books. Maybe that might not be for them.
So while I agree with you as far as we need to put back trades in schools, right? But you still need to know the basics, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
there's
true.
basic math
Math,
that you need to learn.
English.
So if you don't
Yeah.
know, if you can't basically, you know what I'm saying, if you can't read and comprehend or read and comprehend with numbers and stuff like that, that's basic stuff that you need to learn, right? You learn that in just early grade school, right? And if you don't know those things, then moving on, even if we do offer you a trade or whatever, we just, you know what I'm saying, you're doing you want to be a carpenter or something like that. I can't just have you chopping off some shit because it look good. You know what I'm saying? I like the angle of that. No, nigga, it's not the you like the angle of. You see
You
what
done
I'm
put
saying?
the
You need to
positive with
know
the negative.
what. Right. Like you over here, we don't need you doing that. We need to know what you're doing too, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
And,
agree.
and a lot of that just stops early on, and it stops early on when you know they don't correct it. We just pushing kids right along. Handing, especially even as parents, handing the kids the phones and you know allowing the kids too much screen time and stuff like that. But so yeah, we gotta do better. We got to do better, as they say.
Yeah.
If I think if the 7% of black kids and their test scores wouldn't affect the school and negative in terms of negative test results, then it also wouldn't affect the school in terms of positive test results either.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah, no, you're right. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Oh, you saying it wouldn't move up a grade level?
Right. So like she said, it went from a C school to a B school, right? And
They wouldn't. Okay, they wouldn't have that much. Okay, I got you. I'm following you.
Yeah, they wouldn't have that much impact either way, right? Negative or positive.
All right.
No, I just look at this as I think it was a Coach Carter moment, and I can see how this would be racially charged to a lot of people. But you know, people can say that, huh?
When you say Coach Carter moment, what do you mean by that?
You know how Coach Carter was willing to stop the players and have them miss games because their test scores wasn't reaching certain levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took this as that.
Oh, but what did she stop them from doing? Besides pissing everybody else off.
I was using it metaphorically, not.
Okay. I got you. Follow you.
Yeah. I look at it as like I'm willing to take the extra step is what I'm really saying. Take the extra step to try to communicate and have a relationship with these kids. I honestly thought it was like she was trying to look at it as a motivational standpoint. Like, you can do better than this. You're better than that. But I can see why somebody would say otherwise, or why somebody would say, why are you only thinking out the black kids?
So you
better off doing a one-on-one with each individual kid. To me, like, you know what I mean? Just okay, if I want to go ahead and talk to all the black kids, let me one-on-one. Let me one-on-one call them down to see principal, such and such. Come on down here, let me talk to you, right? But when you put everybody in there, it does become these are high school students, so it does become like, damn, she's singling us all black. You know what I mean? Also considering that the school is only 7% black, so you're looking around like where everybody else at.
Kids start asking so goddamn many questions. You tell them shut the fuck up.
Me, yeah, I get it. I personally, I wish I could have a conversation with her to see what her intentions were, what her thought processes were about the whole thing. Was this like, I'm black, you're black? Because that's what people say when it comes to certain police interactions, right? People say that, police react and, they act certain ways towards certain people because they don't look like them. So that's what a lot of people say. So this black principal started talking to the black kids, and maybe it was a relatability thing.
Hey, boy, police officers, some of the nastiest ones is black. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Some of the nastiest ones and the ones that do bogus shit to you be black. I don't know how Jerry Day. You noticed that too? Some of the nastiest cops that do some of the craziest shit to you and that be on some power trip shit be black.
I've never had a bad interaction with a black cop.
You never? Shit, boy, growing up out west, kidding me. Them
I never had a bad interaction. I've had bad, mostly with white ones. I mean, that's who normally put me over, Hispanic ones. But I never had a bad interaction with a black cop.
I had with them too, but I thought the black one was gonna be that nigga not. No,
I mean, you seen Boys in the Hood. I don't know. You seen Boys in the Hood, right? So
yeah, no, nigga, no. That's it though. I ain't got nothing else for that.
All right. You guys got time for this last one? What we're talking about with the suburbs, or you want to close it out?
Yeah. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Whatever y'all want to do, I don't care.
All right, bet. So we'll go to this last one. Thank you guys for kicking with us. Share this with two people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live. We're going to end it with this particular conversation. It's just one that came across my purview, and I thought it would be a fun conversation to talk about.
Oh, technically. Yeah, go there. We could do that later because that can always be done. My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's see. This one. 4 suburbs to avoid in Chicago. It literally just came across my preview. I didn't know anything about it. I did listen to the video, but I want to get you guys' opinion.
What's the word, y'all? I already know I'm back in this bitch. I'm finna get y'all 4 suburban cities in Chicago where it get real life wicked. Like you want to duck your taco. Like I'm finna give y'all the motherfucking tips and tricks on how to survive in these motherfucking suburbs. I'm tired of motherfuckers always talking about the burbs. You not from Chicago, you in the burbs. If you stay in these motherfucking burbs in Chicago, you're from Chicago, buddy. Don't even say you're from the burbs. Say you're from Chicago. Oh, my dear homie, if I ever hear you.
Hey, I just got a question. Would David agree or disagree with what he just said?
Definitely disagree.
Just saying, because we had an episode for those who don't know in the clouds. We have an episode of I'm from Chicago. You have to scroll back. It's a while ago. He was saying that if you're from the suburbs, you're not from Chicago. But this dude just said if you're from the suburbs, you are from Chicago. So,
nah, he said if you're from these suburbs, you're from Chicago.
Hear you say you're from Harvey, Illinois, you're from the trenches, you're from Chicago, you're from a dangerous part. You can get your dumb ass robbed, you can get your dumb ass killed, you can get your dumb ass stabbed, you can get your dumb ass took. On phone there, see you at the gas station looking clean and something nice. Motherfucker, bounce out, take your kid. Stay away from Harvey, boy. That's a part of the city. 2, Calumet City, boy. On bro grade, them niggas out there is tapping melons on my dead homie. And they getting active on the carjackings on my dead homie. Catch you at the G station, they pulling that bitch out on you. Bounce out, take your kid. Stay away from Calumet City, man. They don't play no games out there on Fulham Grave. You know what's coming in on number 3. Dalton, Illinois, on my dead homie. You can get your dumb ass patched out there in Dalton. On Fourth Grave, I don't even know why they play like Dalton ain't like that. On Fourth Grave, Dalton, they get wild. They are spanking shit down. Don't even come around thinking you that in Dalton. You get your dumb ass spanked somewhere on Fourth Grave. Leave your dumb ass on Sibley somewhere. Then I'm going to give it to him, folks. The last place, it's some more places, but the last place, 4 Heights on Fourth Grade. You go get your ass put down out there. They don't even have no police out there. For them got state troopers out there on Fulham Grade. The Heights is nowhere to be fucking around, my baby. It's like one store in the Heights, and everybody stand outside that one store and sell their drugs on 4th grade. It get wild out there. I'm telling you. Stay away from them 4 suburban cities. Them bitches is a part of the city. Your ass will get blicked. Lock your door when you leave your car. When you go to the gas station, take your keys with you. Don't leave that motherfucker running. If you have a Charger, Durango, or any SRT with a Hemi in it, put that bitch in the garage. Hey, I'll be out. Stay safe. What's the word, Jai?
General question to you guys: what are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree? Actually, let me pull this up. This first comment said, well, second comment. For those of you that don't know, he ain't lying. It's a couple of honorable mentions: Riverdale, Markham, Chicago Heights.
Yeah.
I just had general thoughts about it. Disagree. What do you think?
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Yeah, if you notice, all of them got one thing in common. Okay, you know what's in common with them?
They all south.
They all south suburbs. Let me tell you,
They all south.
they all south suburbs. Only one I would probably put on there in the south, but I mean, it's not as bad as it can get. You know, you can't really tell. But Maywood is one of them ones. You know, Maywood is one of them ones. But yeah, them south suburbs are something else. They something else. Harvey. They forgot River. Did he say Riverdale?
Yeah, no, you say that's an honorable mention.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was one of
okay.
the comments.
Somebody said honorable mention. Yeah, yeah. All them shits. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, see, he ain't lying. No, he's not. He's not lying, man. Shit, them south suburbs is something else.
Yeah, that's true. But to me, what are you doing in any one of those south suburbs unless you know somebody there? What are you doing? Because it ain't nothing there for you to go get to or do. Ain't no clubs there. Ain't nothing there for you to go to that you can't get somewhere else. So what the fuck are you doing going over there?
Shit, sometimes you visit and you think it's just the suburbs.
Okay,
You know,
keep
so
thinking.
yeah. Sometimes you know what? A lot of times, even it could be a warning for people in the city. A lot of times, people in the city they come out to a lot of the suburbs and think shit's sweet, and then
It's
you
not.
know you got your own people that be out there. Yeah, yeah, they do got a lot of after hours out there. Shit, they close a little later, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So you know, some restaurants that's out there on Scribbly.
Don't ask me how I know.
Sibley, Sibley dangerous.
With
Sibley
all
dangerous.
that shit going
If you
down
go,
south.
if you Sibley is dangerous. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Spaces, you know about Sibley?
Not a whole lot.
Didn't
No,
you have a
okay.
story about Riverdale or something like that?
I used to live in Riverdale.
You told a story. I think you told it on here.
How long
Yeah,
you live there? Which side did you live on? The nice side or the other side? The other side is crazy. I know you know which side I'm talking about. I've never like I swear that shit look like something from a third world country, bro. Like it's
yeah,
like
bro.
shacks.
I used to live literally down the street from that. Literally, like you come out of that cul-de-sac, you make a left, then a right.
Yeah,
Down the
Riverdale
street.
got a bunch of trains and goddamn shacks. That's what's going on in
And
Riverdale.
a lot of vacant
And they
lots
got
and
some
abandoned buildings.
nah, ain't nothing vacant. The people living there.
Hey, man, I'm glad I'm blessed.
No, I was a kid when I was living in Riverdale.
He
But
did not go outside.
the story I told was the
Go
story I told was
outside.
basically for whatever reason I forget. I was going somewhere, and the directions took me through Riverdale, and just started going down memory lane and started seeing like how dilapidated it is.
Yeah,
It's like when you see like I don't
that's
know if
too
y'all
nice of a
remember
word.
Bad Boys 2. It was towards the end when they were going through all of the
Favelas.
crack houses or drug houses.
You say Bad
Yeah.
Boys what?
Bad Boys 2.
Hey, hold on. Watch it. Hold on. I know what you're talking about. That's Miami, though. Chill out, though. Be respectful.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Be respectful, bro,
Hey,
right?
hey, man.
Be
Hey,
respectful.
man. I ain't never seen something like Overtown before,
Well,
man.
no,
What the
yeah,
fuck is going on over
Hey,
here?
be respectful now. Hey, you said I'm gonna have
I
to
got
ask you this
I
bad
got
boy.
something crazy to say about everybody's city, and boy.
Hey, bro, motherfuckers think
Overtown
that.
is something else.
Hey, you be over there by the stadium and you go across that little
Yeah,
thing, you think your shit
yeah,
sweet. As soon as you cross the little thing that go over the river, all right, windows goes
yeah.
up, drop top goes down, doors go locked.
I told you my story. I was looking for Overtown just because I seen it on First 48.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what the shit looked like. So I asked somebody, we down there, I had like a drop top something. And I asked, I said, man, what Overtown at? And they pointed like right over this little bridge.
Yep.
Like I'm talking about the bridge was probably like 20 feet long. Like right
Yep.
over there. I go over the little bridge and everything instantly changed.
Yep.
Boy, I push the drop top, come on right on up. Lock them doors.
Yep.
We clearly look like we didn't belong over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I bet you all he seen when he got across that bridge was Mad Wicks, Dickie suit, big white t-shirts, and goddamn it goes. That's all you see once you get across that bridge. Because everything over the bridge is by the stadium and shit, and that's where Star Island and all that other shit at. But no, once you go over there, yeah, it's a wrap. OT, Overtown.
And they look like they lived in like I want to call them look like old motels or some shit almost. It was strange.
Okay, we get you. We know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? No, you get it because you've been there. I wanted to let the people know who ain't
you don't need to let them know. Let them find out for themselves.
You ever seen an old motel?
Hey, we know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was pink too,
and the colors be pink and green and like.
Chill out. Tranquilo.
Only thing I seen worse than that was North Philly. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what y'all got going on out there. But that's another story for another day.
All that shit
But
right
yeah.
there. Carroll City, Overtown, all that shit. Coconut Grove where the motherfucking money at, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Coconut Grove where the money at. That's where like Miami Hurricanes at. That's where like the campus and shit at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I think he's spot on. Like anybody can come up with different, lists. If you make a list of 10, then probably everybody's list would be roughly the same.
But shit,
if you trying to,
it's gonna be 3 on there that's on everybody's list. That should be.
What's the 3?
Shit, Dalton, Riverdale, and what? Calumet City, probably.
Harvey.
No, yeah, Dolphin. Yeah, probably Harvey, Dalton, and Riverdale.
Harvey has the most child offenders ever. Like everybody around there offends children's child. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what they do. Harvey is terrible. I don't think there's a nice side of Harvey. No disrespect to my Harveyites.
I think there's a question for you, Ma.
Poking beans. I think so. I ain't been there in a while, so I don't really know. Probably not, though. Much shit as they gentrify, they tear a lot of shit down. So probably not. But I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know for sure because I ain't been up that way in I don't know how long. Even when I go down there, I don't go there because they ain't from there. So I ain't going there. You know what it is. Even when you in Chicago, nigga, I'm not from there, so I'm not going there.
Yeah, man. I think when I drove through Riverdale, I was like, I got a little bit of time. Let me go look at where I used to live. Where I used to live looked the exact same. Maybe you know how you look when you wash shoes in the washing machine and you put them in the dryer. That's how the building looked.
That's a wild ass like hypothesis or thesis or some shit. Like what the fuck? How you put the shoes in the dryer and then that's how the town look. That's crazy.
That was a great visual.
Who you say what? Never did what?
Put shoes in the dryer, wash them in the washing machine, put them in the dryer.
Faces, who the hell is you talking to, bro? You didn't see my shoes. You think I ever put some fucking shoes in the washing machine or the dryer, bro?
That was a great visual, though.
Yeah, I've never done that. You've seen.
I've seen them done before.
Like, bro, no.
But yeah, that area is terrible, man. It's like, yeah. But I don't. I agree with his list. For the most part, I wouldn't be mad at anybody who puts any number of the suburbs that we've mentioned on in this conversation. Like the comment said, Riverdale is there. Chicago Heights is definitely bad out there. Let's see.
Hey, people sleep on Park Forest too.
But
Park
that's
Forest is another.
He said we get it. What? Oh, he's probably talking about my shoe analogy.
Park Forest is another one though.
But wouldn't that be about every city though? Every city has some outskirts suburbs where people think shit's sweet, but it's not sweet. Because you have the city, and then you have shit that's 30, 45 minutes away that ain't sweet too. That shit is just like almost like a mini city, like a mini city to wherever you just came from.
Said Joliet, Elgin, Aurora.
Yeah, Rockford.
Oh, what? Oh, hell, can't tell me. No. I
But
hate Rockford.
But them is Oh, the hard streets of Kankakee?
Boy, I stopped there yesterday to get gas. Boy, I said this was Space is from.
Oh yeah, you was coming through that 57?
Yeah, I was like, this was Space is from. I got my gas and got up out of there.
Yeah.
Riverdale is Kankakee's fraternal twin. Like,
I don't know. I think Kankakee look a little better than Riverdale. They do. At least Kankakee got like a hotel or some shit.
You so right, bro.
Yeah.
Just basic stuff make man. Coach Bay said Rockford is a world of its own. Oh man.
I ain't fucking with it. Yeah.
I don't disagree with his list. You guys know better than me. What would you say if you just had to throw a list of 4 together would be your ideal worst?
Of what suburbs?
Yeah.
Shit, them motherfuckers he just mentioned.
Yeah, you agree with his list?
I probably agree. No, because did he wait? Dalton, Harvey, Calumet, and Riverdale. Yeah, it'll probably be them 4 for me.
I feel like Dalton get a lot of rollover from Harvey. I feel like Harvey is the leading catalyst of this shit. Like Harvey's terrible. Okay, let me.
So it'd be Riverdale second then.
See, it's almost like
Riverdale's so small, like compared to the rest of those guys. Riverdale's just terrible. But Harvey,
Riverdale's like that bad corner of the closet.
Yeah.
What closet you talking about? Motherfucker have a huge closet. Let's say a bad corner of a closet. What the fuck you saying?
You just throw shit over there.
You need to get corner of your room? You said a closet though.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying? You want to get over there and start, working on it, but just fuck it.
Guess what I'm gonna do as soon as we get off this thing? Go and do that to my closet right now. It's time to put all the summer shit up.
You know that drawer that you just put everything in there, batteries, nigga. There's here, man, some sweet and sour sauces in this drawer too. Just random shit.
A staple in the black household? A staple in the black household?
A catch-all drawer. This is what Riverdale is. But
like, I want some barbecue sauce. Go look in that drawer.
Riverdale and Fort Heights. Riverdale, Fort Heights. And,
Riverdale's the junk drawer of the suburbs.
But Harvey, for me, is definitely like always number 1 as far as just it's a little tough ass suburb.
Nigga, do you think all Riverdales, because they say the room in Atlanta is bad too, though?
Is it?
Yeah, they say that. That's where I think Walker from.
Yeah. I think with Riverdale, it's on the other side of you. If you're familiar with the area, so it's a river that runs right through there. But on the other side is Allgill Gardens. It's a housing project. And I think a lot of that kind of comes over because you can kind of ride through the housing projects and get to Riverdale that way. So I don't know. It might be, some rollover as far as that, some carryover.
All right, man. We have done it for today. Now before we close it out, I'll be humble. Made this comment earlier. I wanted to make sure I go to it. He said before the podcast over, y'all need to talk it out, Maul in Spaces, and squash that ish. Listen,
Bro, don't
do
anybody
you know
Spaces, man.
Maul
Look
is
at that.
my
Hold on.
brother?
You ain't even got to go there. Hold on. First of all, ain't nobody studying light-skinned ass Spaces. That nigga pissed me off all the fucking time. And I'm going to talk shit to him when I see him again. All that shit he was talking, that's still my dog. I can't help who my friends is. I can't help it, but nigga, they already know me. Once you and my friend, even if I don't fuck with you or talk to you, still consider my dog or whatever like that. Ain't nobody, I don't stuck light-skinned men. Nigga, I'm not, don't nothing with light-skinned men do shit.
Stay light skinned, man.
I don't know, because I know that how they piss everybody off. Light-skinned men, that was the ones that piss everybody the fuck off in your friend group.
Yeah, damn, I'll be
And Maul
sure
is my
what you
brother.
got to say about that.
Yeah.
And
you might said him.
this is what happens when you have sometimes when you have differences of opinion. And let the record show. Some people think that me, Maul, J Everyday, and myself, we agree on everything and all that. Let the record show this is one of the situations where we don't. And it's okay to disagree and have differences of opinion, but still be cool. Like, there's nothing Maul can do. I don't foresee Maul or J Everyday ever doing anything that would cause me to try to distance myself from them. So this is just conversation. We can have differences in opinion and still be cool. We can still kick it and be around each other. There's no issue with that. There's no underlying smoke with me. Maul is still my homie. We still cool.
Yeah. I love that light skinned nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. They say you got some when they be asking you if you racist or something, they be like, you got that one friend, and then they be asking me, is I'm colorist? I'm like, no, I got a light skinned friend named Spaces. I'm not colorist. That's my light skinned friend.
All right. You guys anything for the mesh? Just something to.
That was the mesh. Shit.
That was
the mess.
Oh, I could put it in again, like one of your friends said, because we was talking about reparations and stuff like that. And I just want to end on this note, like, bro, people think because you complain about something, you say something, complaint without no action, then that's when that gets to me. But if you out here still making your bread and making your money and doing everything, as long as you study in the system and you doing what you need to be doing, we got to still be part of the system, but you still complain about it as you're doing it too. You don't just sit on your ass and not do anything. You feel me? That's just what I want to end on, and like on that note.
Thank you guys for kicking with us. Big shouts out to Will Hill. I saw that he has a show coming up later this month.
Hello.
Oh, we said he's on a Sunday. He got a Sunday show coming. I think on the 26th, I think it was 26, 27, right after Thanksgiving. He got I think I'm gonna try to get to. I'm gonna try to get some tickets to that.
I'm trying to slide too. Appreciate it, Desiree. She said, great show. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for sticking around.
This has been another rendition of your favorite after church podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, Kings. I'm your man, Spaces.
It's Jay every day.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul, man.
Your boy.
Your boy Maul. I had something else to say, but I fucked it up. Meeting the Jay.